Oh god, and I just saw Ron's little icon flash like with an orange exclamation point.
Did you? What did it look
Uh,
like?
Never mind.
What did it? Simon, details, sweetheart. What did it look like?
Will I get inspiration if I tell you?
It depends on how inspired you make me feel with this.
Well, you see, Ron, I lay uh, mortally wounded by the fact that you may be having internet issues, and I just oh so love playing your D&D game so much that I just didn't want to. I feared. I was afeared for when you last spoke. I
He's
saw
blazing. He's
y-
blazing.
over
He's blazing. He's
yonder,
blazing. He's
over
blazing.
yonder. Hark! What do I see? A small yellow exclamation point
Oh no.
surrounded by an orange icon next to your name. My heart froze.
Yes.
What? What? This cannot be! My blessed baby DM! He's he's having internet issues? Oh no! I grabbed my gun off of my nightstand and put it to my head. This can't be happening! This can't fucking be happening! And then you spoke, and the rays of God smiled upon me. And that is where we are at.
I'll have you know, I feel very
Send this nigga to
inspired.
the penis explosion chamber.
Penis testicle fusion.
Does that
That
mean?
sounded beautiful.
No, I feel pretty inspired. I think that warrants an inspiration.
Oh,
Simon is booning into the mic. Gentlemen, we are all here. Little late start, but it's all right. How is everyone feeling today? Oh, great.
Upset because I didn't get to chase the chicken.
Fang is feeling very, very good.
Fang is fearing for his life in the clutches of the angry red dragon, who seen him breathing fire and knew almost immediately what that meant. Our gladiatorial heroes feasted and partied into the night with Gabrowski drinking himself into a deep alcohol poisoning. Maybe King Schulk came back for the corpse. Maybe he didn't. The world will
Oh
never
no!
know.
Oh no!
With with all things finishing up, the last of us to emerge from the depths of that ugly Coliseum was none other than Skib. There he met one teleporting Garfunkel. To be continued. All right. So, back to the main party. Where we left off. You lot got into a fight with a really big fucking werewolf. And I mean
Took his
really big.
testicle.
His testicles were the size of Tyrum, and you guys stabbed him right in it.
Why do his testicles keep changing in size?
I like the thought that they just keep getting bigger even now, you know?
I think he has a problem.
In the middle of the
Yeah.
fight, they shrunk up.
The lower his health
They-
gets, the bigger his balls are.
They healed back stronger like a true Saiyan. I mean werewolf.
It has a spear tip in it.
It does have a spear tip. It's a little swollen. But nonetheless, our heroes escaped with their lives intact somehow. And into the night, away from our pursuers, we set up camp to rise early because we're being pursued. So, Damien, you roll off against Josh. Right, roll a flat d20.
Flat D20. I don't like the. I don't
Uh,
like
it's,
starting with a flat.
it's not as bad as you think. I'm being silly.
Well, I think he's going to win no matter what. If I'm had to roll one too.
Would you roll?
No.
A 3.
I won't say anything until I hear.
Damien, you rolled a what?
19.
Yeah, I rolled a 2.
Oh, okay. Damien, we will be starting our campaign tonight under the whereabouts of what Fang are doing, and we'll see how this ties in to our main party. You, my good sir, have been in a red dragon's clutch for a little over a few hours as he crosses the continent to go rub your nose in it, so to speak. You heard him muttering throughout the night, Fly, as he continues like upping the number of Furbies that he's gonna feed you to, and he keeps telling you how many more holes he's gonna let them put in you before he gets there. He silently chuckles at the thought of you being mauled by his guardian Furbies, hundreds and hundreds deep, who have only endlessly multiplied since you last entered that place.
Said I'm how far above the ground am I?
Oh, at the with dawn cracking across the horizon, you are 30,000 feet in the air as this dragon makes his flight. But beneath you, you awaken to see the marsh. It's kind of pretty, actually, from way up there. The marsh. It's beautiful given your height in the sky.
Wait a second.
I don't like this.
You're not supposed to.
Was this the dragon that we saw?
You're not supposed to.
And so he mutters down as you awaken. You know, for somebody who's about to die, you slept awfully well, I'd assume. His hand clutches around you. You feel the inside of your ribs get a little tight.
Having the feeling his ribs getting tight. Says, it tends to happen when one's fighting all day and then grabbed.
Is that what you'd call it? The only thing I saw from you in that worthless Colosseum was cowardice. How dare you bespeech? How dare you disgrace? Besmirch! How dare you disgrace the Golden Edge name with your tainted bloodline?
Tainted of nothing. I use not of that name. And as I say that, I cast Dimension Door.
Oh boy. Well, before you get into that, party. You all awake at the crack of dawn. Cade already up cleaning up the remnants of the campfire. Elena helping him, kind of throwing the wood out. Um, Tyrum, you awaken out of your meditation, and this is the first thing you see.
I see. I see what?
Cade and Elena putting out the fire. They seem to have gotten up before everybody else a little earlier.
Okay.
Um,
Tyrum starts packing up his things.
Michaelo, Ceras, Luna, you all waking at the crack of dawn. The last thing you all remember from the night before was almost getting eaten by werewolves. You noticed a giant dragon flying overhead at some point, and honestly, all things considered, since then things have been peaceful. Um,
My
and
pillow starts frantically running through his pockets in his shell.
Ceres walks over to Luna. So, like, is that werewolf one of your, like, brethren or something? Like, half brother? Or what could that be?
Raitu starts like swatting at your.
Luna,
I'm sorry.
she keeps writing her name, writing Luna on the board and like smacking
Luna's
his
like-
thigh.
He's
Luna's
still
sitting
trying to
there in a daze, still trying to, recover from getting the shit smacked out of him. I'm sorry. What? He takes a look at the board. What does the board say?
It's your name.
What is like some kind of brother or like cousin? That werewolf, like, would you consider them somewhat like kin? Is that accurate?
Luna looks at Ceres with a look of confusion. Why would you assume that they're kin of mine?
Oh, well, probably because you kept letting it get free fucking hits on you. You have to be more careful, Luna. We need to be more careful about these things.
The kid's right. You did get kicked in the teeth pretty hard, and he continues to kick you in the teeth.
I'm sorry, I was trying to help people get away from the creature.
Luna,
Maybe don't help them by putting your face in the way.
Luna, listen. Ceres puts her hand on just one of your fingers because they're so high up. You need to care for yourself a little bit more, Luna. It seems like you have some kind of death wish or something. And then she looks at you a little bit, like waiting for an answer.
I don't know what you mean.
I mean that you seem like you're trying to get yourself killed.
Kate's ear perk up. They're in your direction.
Luna kind of shuffles around a little bit. It's I'm just trying to, speed things along.
Luna,
What, your death?
Is Tyrum listening? Is he close enough to hear this?
We're in camp.
Everybody's in the camp, yeah.
Oh,
We're
damn.
all around the
well,
campfire.
I'm writing on my board, so if you're not reading it, you're not seeing what Ceras is saying.
Michaelo is frantically going through all of his things.
Ceras writes on her board, I care about you, Luna. I don't want to see your life come to an untimely end. You've got a lot to live for. If what I have seen from you keeps true, you can save a lot of lives in this world.
Luna kind of. He looks at the board and she says he has a lot to live for. You know, the only thing that I actually cared about is now dead. And the thing that I don't care about is still alive and kicking. I don't think he's much to live for.
The old man is of no consequence. What's important is your next step. You have a chance at a free life of your own decision. You just lost a lot, but that means you have gained all the potential in the world.
You have no idea what I've lost.
I found it! I found it!
Snaps her head over.
Kate also snaps over. And what exactly did you find?
He holds up a coin.
Kate squints. It's just a regular newest Yorkshire coin, is it not?
Cade, I got this from the mayor.
Hey, Kate puts his hand out. Let me see it.
Michaelo puts it in his hand.
Cade, with like the smoothest transition ever, rolls it through his knuckles and flips it up, and then he catches it and looks at it, both sides. He hands it back to you. Well, you've got the mayor's coin. I'm sure that'll get us in somewhere. He holds it out.
I take it back.
Cade looks at Tyrum with like side glances and he mouths, "Why does he have that?"
Jerome rolls his eyes and kind of looks away.
All right, well, in that case, I suppose we should get going. Don't need your friends Luna to catch us up. He lets off a big stretch when all of a sudden his ears perk straight up, and all of you notice they pretty much circle all the way around him before they turn back straight. What are the odds? He takes out a small bag of gold. He counts out 10 golden coins and he walks over to you, Tyrum, and he gives it to you. You know, when I got the fortune, I must admit, I said some pretty unruly things, not believing truthfully, but here we are, and things are about to get interesting. And he starts hauling ass. Um, Fang, before you do your dimension door, roll me a perception.
What did you hand Tyrum?
10 gold coins.
A +6, so 17.
As you dimension door, you see that coming up from beneath the red dragon is the black dragon, and he does not look friendly. The moment you dimension door out of his grasp, Mors crashes into Rabio, and a fearsome fight between the two titans breaks out in the sky above. You all, The entire party hears the smack from the dragons as they collide in the sky. And as Cade starts hauling ass, he looks up and he points. There's our last member, and we got to get to him fast. Damien, you have, I said, 30,000 feet up. You
Yeah.
have 6 attempts to try not to die.
Oh, don't worry about it. I only need one. How many turns are you gonna allow me to have before casting another spell?
It's just every 500 feet you get a chance to do something.
Okay.
But yeah, Cade starts hauling ass. He quickly swipes up Elena before he gets to moving. And Fang is
Those
falling out of the sky. You all see the dragons crash.
Did he say new member?
Well,
What?
Ceres is in the middle of looking at Luna and goes, Luna, just consider my words for a bit. Oh, fuck, what is that? And she points up at the sky as she's signing, like, holy fuck. And,
Look, as you hear the thunder smack of the two dragons hit together, Luna is sitting here, watching Ceres flip out, and also I'm trying to figure out where this sound just came from. Holy shit! Looking at Ceres, what are you saying?
Sarah starts flapping her arms and goes, just blows into the air, and then she looks around and like snaps at Bucket, and then rushes towards Elena and picks her up and goes towards the nearest cover.
Cade already picked her up as he's already started running. Yeah,
All right,
Cade is out of sight at this point.
Sprinting in the direction Cade went.
Luna sprints in the same direction.
Tyrum, Michaelo, you two are the last ones to run. Both of you roll me a dex save.
That's a
21.
14?
As you
No, 15,
both
excuse me.
as you both readily put your stuff away and nonchalantly try to escape from the scenario, a fire breath crashes into the ground. It misses both of you, but you both take 4 fire damage.
No, I don't.
Ah,
Can't I use?
Correction.
Yeah, I use evasion.
okay. You both evade. How do you evade the fire?
I
As
just
the red dragon comes crashing through, you see him fighting the black dragon.
I jump away.
I fucking block it with my shield like a god.
Yeah, the 2 dragons come crashing into the ground just behind you. The rumbling can be heard as trees and marsh splash up and explode behind you. You now see why Cade was running. And since both of you are in the back, you both actually notice Fang Dimensioning Door. He's up there. He's fallen.
Tyrum,
You see a tabaxi falling out of the sky.
Tyrum, just to make sure. That's a dragon, right?
Is he pointing at Fang or is he pointing at the dragon?
The dragon.
Yeah, Michaelo, that is a dragon.
Michaelo
You
immediately
boy.
starts running to where Cade and the rest were going, without
You
saying
hear
a word.
Morgan fighting in the background. Moors, you bastard! You just hear bite marks and scratching. Moors doesn't say shit. He's about that business. He's tearing into Rubio. Acidic and fire breath flying everywhere. There's a battle going on behind you two.
Tyrum follows Michaelo, trying to get after Cade and trying to figure out why Cade gave him 10 gold coins.
Cade running towards where Fang is falling. Fang, what are you going to do?
Fang puts a hand on his chest and casts Fly.
Cade seeing you start to float in a like kind of glide in a direction. Catch that falling man! He points up with Ceras closely behind.
The fuck am I supposed to do about that?
Ceres looks at Cade and just spreads her arms and like looks at him. and mouths, "How?"
Cade shrugs. I don't know, but we need to get there, and we need to figure something out fast. He glances at Elena that he's carrying like a purse. Maybe we can throw the kid. No,
Luna,
bad idea. He looks
transform
back.
into a dragon.
I mean, hey, Cade actually stops and looks at Luna. Actually, you know what? The turtle might be onto something. Can you do something about this?
No. I can only shapeshift into a smaller variant. If anything, I think they're going to be pissed off that I'm imitating their form.
I don't know, man. Can you fly? No eagles, no birds, nothing?
I mean, I could totally fly right now, but I don't think flying is a good idea when you have apex predators who get flying in the air.
They're wrestling on the ground. We need to get to that fucking tabaxi, so figure it out. And he
Fuck it,
starts
we're running.
he starts hauling ass towards Fang.
I guess Ceras sees Fang falling. How far away is he in the air right now?
Say he's probably a couple thousand feet up.
Oh, a couple thousand feet. Ceres like claps at Cade and signs Featherfall 60 feet.
It's gonna be close. I guess we need to get over there. Fang, what does fly entail actually? Because we don't know what you're doing up there.
Sounds like you can
Just for
fly.
side notes. Shh.
It's a concentration spell for 10 minutes. As long as I'm concentrating, I will fly.
Where are you flying to?
I'm just flying to the ground, getting myself to safety.
You see our party kind of like running in your direction. You see Ceras and Cade arguing and pointing at you about how to like save you, but you can't really tell what they're saying.
Yeah, I'm not worried about them. I'm trying to save my own fucking life right now. I'm
As
falling
you
down.
as you fly towards the ground, both of the dragons emerge back into the sky, and not giving a shit about what Morse has going on, Rubio the Red Dragon snaps his attention back at you, and he is pissed. I'm killing you first, and then I'm killing Morse. Everyone's dying, and he flies straight in your direction, uh,
Hey,
hauling ass in your direction.
Kate, does Luna see the red dragon coming by chance?
You all heard him say it. He's flying.
Cade, are you sure we should be going after this new party member of ours? Can we leave him for dead?
Damn it! No, we need him for the very thing that's trying to kill him. I hate this just as much as you do, but fuck, he was supposed to be in the guild all that day. He wasn't. And then he glances over at Ceres and glances back at the fallen tabaxi.
Can we tell what he is from?
Yeah, at this point, you can all pretty much tell what Fang is.
Oh,
yes.
okay. Hey, Cade, I think we have enough cats in this party. To be honest with you.
Kate stops and looks at you.
Luna turns and looked at Michaelo. Excuse me?
Yeah, we got right to.
We have one cat.
Oh.
Yeah,
He
that's
doesn't even fight. Kate is like dumbfounded by your question. He doesn't even fight. He doesn't. What do you mean we have enough? If anything, he's a problem.
yeah.
Hmm.
Cade
Speaking of which,
rolls his eyes.
did Ceres finish that robe that was supposed to go over him? The cloak.
Over Ratu?
Yeah.
Over. What's theirs?
Simon.
What's to put a cloak on Raitu?
Yeah.
I don't know what you're talking about.
I gave you like a piece of my robes to make a cloak for Raitu.
Oh, yeah, Sarah's never did that. We haven't had time to do that. When have we
We've
been
had time
just
to do
walking?
shit. As the party continues chasing after Fang's descent, we actually hit the clearing. The edge of the marsh is no longer in front of us, but it is behind us, and officially, we are out of that blasted marsh. But at the clearing, nothing but gravel and rock ahead of us. You all see the towering mountain that we were once at before going to Frederickson's church. We are at the base of the mountain that is home to Deadend. Um, the red dragon comes flying at you, Fang. Roll me a dex save.
alright, give me just 1 second. Is it a deck save?
Yeah.
Alright.
And with your descent slowly coming to the ground, I'd say you're about 600 or 700 feet off the ground by this point.
You said 700 feet.
Yeah, and you can see us. We can see you. We're chasing behind.
Michael is waving.
Okay. I got an 18 for the deck save.
The red dragon closes in on you very quickly. As he opens his mouth behind you to fucking finish you, Moors knocks him out of the sky from an attack above. They crash into each other, and Moors goes to bite into the red dragon's neck. You all hear Rubio scream out, "Blasted dragon! Get off of me!" And then he bites back into Moors's right wing, and they go into a free fall. Um, you were almost fucked.
Yeah, seeing that
And
to turn the other direction and use the rest of the distance that he has to fly in the opposite direction to get the
of
fuck
the,
away from Rabio.
so you're gonna continue the way you've been flying with the party closing in on your descent. But just as everything seems like you're gonna make it safely, Rubio slips out of Moore's attack and headbutts him, knocking him just a little bit off consciousness. Moore starts to slip and wakes up. Rubio then uses his tail to smack the shit out of you as he quickly closes the gap on you with his powerful wings. Roll me a dex.
God
Matter
damn
of fact, I'm not even gonna make you roll a dex. He's just gonna roll the hit. That's a 17 base. He's got a +7 to this tail whip. You do the math.
What the fuck? It hits.
Yeah, that hits.
You are forced 20 feet towards the ground, and you also take. Is that 2d12?
Jesus Christ.
You take 16 damage, bludgeoning damage, as you are sent flying towards the ground. Ceras, you watch Rubio knock Fang out of the sky as he starts a quick vertical drop.
Fang, do you lose concentration?
Yes.
Yeah, I would lose concentration for that.
Okay.
How much was that,
Ceres
Ron?
tries to get like near under him, like just rushing out on Bucket.
Well, actually, you can roll for it. Roll a con save. Yeah, I know you're DC, so
That's a 16 for a con save?
yeah, you had to roll up an 18, bud.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Yeah, you come crashing towards the ground now that your fly has been deactivated. The ground looks really soft from up there.
Because, God damn it.
And in the 6-second descent, it's you do something or Ceres does something because you've got 500 feet of closing costs to go.
No, I used both of my packs to get out of the dragon's grasp and to the ground safely.
Ceres, continue what you were saying, sweetheart. I'm sorry to interrupt you. He has nothing.
Well, let's just check really quick what the terminal velocity of a human is.
Wait.
120 miles per hour per second, feet per second. That would be 180 feet per second. So, yeah, 6 seconds. So he doesn't even have a round.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. So Ceres Ceres gets Bucket to dash as dash, and then Ceres jumps off of him and dashes, and then as her reaction, uses Featherfall.
Oh, Fang. Just as all is lost and the ground is about to, kiss you hello, you feel a great. Wait, Ceres, how do you cast Featherfall?
Ceres, of course, pulls out her knitting needle, and oh shit. Actually, let me see if I have the components for Featherfall. A small feather or a piece of down. Well, Ceres certainly has a piece of down, if not a small feather. So Ceres takes the feather and kind of like lines it up as she draws back her arm with her knitting needle in it, and she pushes it through, and a beam of like a beam like shoots out from it, and feathers kind of plume off of the beam as it strikes Fen.
Fang, you
Uh,
see this beam hit you, and you are graced with a sudden stopping motion as your descent quickly decelerates.
Fang looks
And
over.
you land gracefully in front of the party who is chasing towards you.
Hi.
Oh my god. I don't know why you're here in this fashion or this manner, but he looks back at Tyrum again.
Sarah starts knocking and takes out a puppet. Run! And then starts
Oh
running
yeah.
towards the tree line.
Yeah. No, Ceras, no, the mountain! We have to clear the clearing! He starts running towards the mountainside.
Fang, seeing the reason
It's
that
on
he
off
was
beach.
caught in Dragon's grasp and then being saved by said same reason, kind of just trying to get away from the dragon still, just kind of runs.
Hey,
This
Kate is. Huh? Fred comes flying in after Damien, or Fang. He kind of like gently follows you as you run. You all see a small red pseudo dragon following this tabaxi.
do I see?
Sarah,
We need to go.
He's already hauling
is there
ass.
any tall grass? Is there any tall grass in front of Fang?
How tall do you? What would you consider tall grass?
He's just gonna
Like
burn it
4
down.
foot.
Yeah, I'd say so. There's
Uh,
a gentle clearing of tall grass up until the base of the mountain.
all right. Ceres is going to infuse a stone with a static image of Fang. Yeah, and then she is going to uh, throw the rock at Fang's head really hard. Hopefully, in an attempt to knock him over, as she takes a puppet out, is it get down? And then she throws the rock at the back of his head.
Fang
So that
rolling a
is
dex, or is that to hit?
I guess that's to hit for me. So that is a improvised
Or improvised
weapon,
attack? Yeah.
improvised attack, I guess. Um, let's see. I guess that would be an unarmed strike, right? For an improvised attack.
Improvised attack, yeah.
All right, that is a
For you, that's like
16 to hit.
Holy shit.
16 hits.
Holy shit.
All right. And it does 0 damage because I do 0 bludgeoning damage with an unarmed strike.
The rock smacks the fuck out of you, Fang. But you don't feel any swelling. And you look back and you see Ceres yelling, duh,
Fang
or
hits,
mouthing.
rubbing.
No, she takes out a puppet and yells,
Puppet,
"Get
yeah.
down!" And Fang, you notice this rock sailing towards the air, and once it hits you in the back of the head, a perfect copy of you pops up, just standing, kind of like looking up at the sky with their arms kind of like out in a cowering motion.
Uh,
Luna leans over to Ceres. That's an interesting spell you've got there.
Fang comes running past Fang. Don't question it, just keep moving, please.
Fang gets up and continues to run.
As
Very good.
as we all keep running forward, you hear the dragons violently go at it in the background. And with one final attempt to kill you, Fang, the red dragon is gonna breathe fire at the direction of the party. Everybody make me deck saves.
Is it not going to attack the static image that looks like it's cowering?
Are we running in this? Are we in a line? Would you say we're running in a direction that's in a
19.
line?
I would say the party is running together, but I don't know if the dragon noticed there's an extra party member or if it thinks that Fen is just there cowering because they realize they're fucked in the middle of a field.
You know what? You're right. What's his
I-
perception?
Yeah, that's the question, isn't it?
Okay. Yeah. All right. Yeah. Actually, with one final attempt to kill you, Fang, you see the fire breath going the opposite direction of the party as it goes towards the image of you, and then Rubio goes right back into biting into to Moore's. They begin wrestling with sounds of slashing and biting. You can all hear as thunderous bits of flesh are torn, and then without a further push, you see the red dragon fly off in the opposite direction of Moors. Moors quickly gets on his feet and goes to chase. You see the two dragons flying in the opposite direction, with the only thing Moors said this entire time as he flies away, he calls out, I told you about entering my territory. Uh, and that is the last thing you all hear from the dragons in the distance. Um,
Luna looks over at Fang and goes, I bet you're glad you're in the wrong territory, huh?
Glad to be out of his grasp, that's for sure. But who
okay.
are these people?
Cade walks over to Tyrum, and he just gives you one more gold coin. Yeah, I really apologize. She gave me the fortune. She told me who was going to be here. And honestly, when not all of them showed up, I said some unkind, ungodly things. I take it back. Please take this as my penance. I apologize. He glances over at Fang. I can't fucking believe this.
When we do these confessions, it works a little more privately, but I guess I can make an exception this one time.
He puts both of his hands on your hand and shakes it. Good, good. Because honestly, I don't want to offend her if she knew he was gonna be here like this. The mail order at Blasphemy, I'm good. I don't want any problems with Kydros. And he just shakes his head. Ooh, that's all right. Just slip down sometimes. He looks back over. Bang! Good to see you again. You were late to our little powwow in the guild hall, but now that you're here, Kay just smacks the shit out of you. Do you want me to roll the hit?
Yes, because
That's
Fang is going to avoid that.
Yeah, that's a 19. He open palm smacks the shit out of you. And where were you? I told you where to be, and you fucking missed. What is your problem?
Fang looking daggers into Ceras. Thanks to that gnome, I was captured.
What did I do?
So where does he fit into this?
You see that dragon that so gleefully just flew away, the red one?
Yeah.
Ceres walks over to Fang. Says, hey, if you hadn't noticed, I just saved your ass. And she pokes at him. So I don't want to hear any lip from you, whoever you are and whatever you think I did to you.
Fang said he pulls out his quarterstaff and points it at Ceras. You back away from me, no.
Tyrum steps in between Ceres and Fang. I wouldn't recommend that, friend.
Luna steps up.
She saved your life. Your hours.
Guys, can't we all just get along?
Not if he threatens our team member like that.
Well, he's our team member now.
Ceres fell.
We don't know this guy.
Is surprisingly pleased at the amount of support she's getting right now. Ceres goes, whatever, you're not worth my time or my effort. I should have saved that spell slot for something more important like polishing my own boots. And then she walks away and sits down on a rock, starts working on the fucking hood for
He walks away. Gnomes were never good for anything anyway.
Yes. After hearing all of this, Cade kind of rubs his hands together. You see this gentleman here? He plucks the horn on Fang's head. He's connected to that big old lizard that we just saw try to kill him, and we're gonna use him to break in there. Great, right?
No.
Yeah, well, too bad for all of you. He's the only connection we have to the Everfire, so we need him and he needs us.
Breaking where?
Oh, the
Your
red
friend's a
dragon's
little
lair.
up in arms.
Cade quickly looks at Fang. What did I miss? I stopped paying attention for 5 minutes as I started thinking about things. What are you blabbering on about? Cade smacks you again. That's a 4 to hit.
Jesus Christ,
And
Fang is
seeing
getting
that he
bullied.
tried to hit him again, Fang is just going to cast Mage Hand to push Cade the fuck away from him.
Do I have to make a save against that?
Technically, mage hands can't make attacks, but if you want to roll a cool it,
I'll roll of cool it if you give me a proper save, Damien.
In that 20.
I'd say, let's see, Fang is what 7 level.
Also, you sound kind of muffled, bud.
Yeah,
Very
he's
hard to hear you.
yeah.
I turned him up, but it doesn't really help that much. Sorry, Damien. I should have mentioned it earlier.
I thought everyone else just had their volume up, so I turned mine up.
Yeah.
I turned mine up now.
Probably 50.
All right.
What are you using?
It would have to be strength, right?
No, I'm saying for audio.
Oh, I was using the headset.
Oh, is
Okay.
it working?
Yeah, I finally got my laptop up.
Oh, fuck
Okay.
yeah. Move the
Yeah,
mic a little bit to your mouth.
Yeah, I was about to say if you could just keep the mic a little closer to your mouth, would be golden.
Is that better?
Yes.
A lot better.
I almost nutted. All right.
Interesting.
Wow.
Roll a 16 on that save. The mage hand pushes against Cade, and he goes nowhere as he reaches out to grapple you. Compass of strength. He rolled a 19.
Luna leans over to Ceras. What is he, like his little brother or something?
I don't know. Cade keeps adopting these strays. I don't understand why he would do that. It's so unlike him.
Cade looks at all of you. Well, you see, in the city of Deadend, there's one notorious street rat. A little bit of an urchin, but he's come a long way. And the fact that he's out here right now, it's kind of stunning. So, you, young man, because Cade knows who you are, Fang. He obviously is from Deadend. He knows exactly who you are. He knows how old you are, good sir. And this young man right here is not supposed to be this far from the city or be making friends with lizards. What did you roll on that grapple? On that contest of strength?
It was a 3.
Oh, yeah. Cade picks you up like a mother cat by the back of your hair, like back of your neck hair.
Fang at this point is just all just sprawling, trying to get out.
Nah, Cade's got you off, like dangling off the ground. Cade's tall enough to do that.
Hey Fang, how did you end up in that dragon's hand?
Asking the real questions, I see. Leave it to Michaelo.
Why do you have the dragon's ire is the better question.
Ceras can't help but perk up when she hears this.
Long story short, I stole from the Red Dragon, and he is very mad about it.
Is that
great,
why you
so-
love Dragon? Why would you steal from him? What the
What?
Listen to Tyrum.
So now we have a bigger target on our back because we have an angry red dragon trying to chase this cat. We've got a whole clan full of were animals trying to chase this one. And he points at Luna. We've got the Bootstrap gang angry at that one, and he points at Michaelo. And he also points back at Luna. Anything else, Cade? Are we picking up a war criminal from Grimish's Legion?
Hey, don't forget about the whole religious army from you either.
Yeah, we can't. Hey, Cade nods in agreement. He's got a point. The cult of heretics don't seem to be friendly either. But neither here nor there. You all got your problems. Sadly, I'm stuck with all of you. So says the fortune written by your very own goddess. So, if you wanna ask anybody questions, it'd be her.
Tyrum scrunches his nose and puts his hand on his face.
Oh, I suppose introductions are properly in order. This here is Fang. This little street rat lived in Deadend for the last... He eyes you. What are you, 14? 15 now? What are you?
As he glares daggers, put me the fuck down.
I don't have to take orders from some small cat.
It's funny that he's treating you like I treat my own cat.
No comparisons, please. I don't do this to cats often.
What's
Just
with the
one thing.
horn on your head?
Fang pulls up a hood. Don't you mind about the horn.
As I just picture Cade holding Fang as he's dangling by like the neck hair, and Fang is just like arms crossed in the hood, super angsty, you know.
That's essentially
Well,
what's going on right now.
well, yeah. We need him to get the dragon's Everfire. I need all of you for different reasons and different ingredients. We have places to be, and honestly, it's all going to be dangerous, but I'm sure we'll get through it. So says the goddess, right? And Cade gestures to Tyrum's holy symbol.
One more time.
Well, look, it's going to be dangerous. We've all got a little bit of baggage, each and every one of you with a target on your back for somebody scarier than the next. But matters not, right? Our fate has already been determined by the goddess. So shouldn't we put our faith in her hands? As he throws his hands towards your holy symbol.
It's not as though you are completely powerless to how you end up.
Certainly don't want to end up in the jaws of a dragon, I'll tell you that much. I've been around Moors enough to know what that looks like, and let me tell you, it is not funny. Yeah, he looks down at Elena. We're gonna get you somewhere safe, sweetheart, because shit just got real. And Elena, like, kind of clutches Cade's jacket.
Who is the small one?
We'll explain more when we get to the city, but I'd rather get out of the field. Plus, we've got about a day's travel up this fucking mountain. And Cade just throws his hands up at the looming mountain. Also, this isn't like a regular mountain, gentlemen. This is like called like hexagon shaped columns sprouted out of the ground. This mountain is definitely man made. Um, the dirt and rocks almost look crystallized, but they're very well cut, and it as you start to go up the mountain, it starts to get damn cold.
I can't stand the cold.
Cade kneels down and he pulls out a little teapot set from paste, and he starts pouring little teacups, and he gives one to Elena. Hey, Cade, come here, half pint. He gestures to you, Ceras.
Ceres walks up.
He pours you a small teacup of hot cocoa, but you can tell that it's got some additives in there, and he
Some
hands you a
extra
small
spice in there.
some extra magical properties in there.
Ceres squints at Cade.
What? You don't like cocoa?
Ceres put like I'm on to you, fingers to her eyes and fingers to Cade, and then drinks it.
Cade squints his eyes back. What do you mean by that? I've done nothing wrong.
She rolls her eyes.
Also, miss, when were you gonna tell me you ran over a cat in dusty coins?
Ceres writes on her board, maybe I would have said something if I knew it was important. I was in a rush.
Luna goes, she ran over a what now?
She ran over the tabaxi in dusty coins. And he
He was
glances back at
drunk!
Oh, never mind. I
wasn't
thought you were
drunk in the
talking about a
streets.
cat, like a kitten.
you. There's two cats now.
Yeah, I
He was
know.
drunk in the streets. Nothing
He
to
was
be
drunk?
worried about.
Cade snaps his eyes back at Fang. What does she mean you were drunk? What are you doing? What is this?
You're not my parent, don't you fucking worry.
Cade's ears drop as his eyes squint. I'm gonna feed you to your sister when we get home. Don't think I won't.
Fang's eyes cut. What do you mean? You don't know my sister. And he starts
I know you.
stepping back and
I know your sister very well. She's an acquaintance of mine, actually. You know, the world's a little bit bigger than the city you're from, huh?
Fang backs
World's,
up.
world's a little bit bigger than you remember it, huh?
What is it that
You
you
did?
said before anyway?
Don't worry. We'll get to the specifics later, but for now, we need to get to the city. I don't have to explain myself to a child. And then his eyes dash over to Ceras. It goes for everyone in this party.
Mhm.
Let's out a tired dad groan to him. Uh, Onwards then. And so the party makes way up the side of the mountain that leads the city of Deadend. What do you all know about Deadend? Cade looks around and he cuts to Fang. You don't say anything, all right? And he glances at Ceres too. And I know you've been here a couple times.
Ceres puts on her cloak.
Jake also lifts his hood.
Yeah, I don't know much about this place.
I don't really know a whole lot about anything other than the sewers.
That's not good. Tyrum?
A few missions through the town, never really stopping long. They don't enjoy the sound of religion.
I imagine it doesn't sound the best coming from someone as bubbly as you, huh?
No, I guess it doesn't.
Hmm. Keep that in mind. Well, you'll all be pleased to know that Dusty Cohen has a rich history. And Kane like puts his finger up, really smart sounding. History of all kinds of traditions. They've got a bunch of undead that take care of most of the menial tasks. Some labor, some jobs, construction, the easy stuff. And really, the Lich King made a safe haven for people with nowhere else to go. It's actually a pretty peaceful place. But that being said, you act up here, they will eat you alive with no hesitation, and I do mean eat you. He points to Michaelo and mouths turtle soup.
Hmm.
What the fuck?
But don't worry about it. As long as you guys get along, I'm sure this will be fine. As you are making way up the mountain, you all get to like a very big valley with a steel bridge going from one side to the other. As you begin walking, you realize that the bridge you are on is a giant longsword. Beneath it, in the valley below, is a giant corpse. A giant's skeleton laid out. It looks like it's been defeated by something.
What happened here?
What do you think happened here? He lost.
There's just a dragon skeleton here.
No, no, this is a giant's skeleton. We are
Oh,
walking across a longsword that was his weapon from one end of the
are
valley to
there
the
any
next.
runes on the longsword?
No, 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 there are not.
Ceres looks at the metal. What kind of metal is this?
Roll me an investigation.
Can Luna see if there's anything valuable on the body?
We are like a couple hundred feet above the actual giant
That is a
skeleton.
nat 20.
He's
That
talking
is a
about like a
nat
skeleton
fucking
as big
20.
as the one in Black Clover.
Yeah, it is a giant skeleton. I got a little map that I'm going to use for combat, but I'm just going to throw it in anyway so you can see what I'm talking about. And
Word.
it is 100% mithril material.
Holy shit.
Ceres starts like she walks over to Tyrum, goes, and she starts poking him and starts signing at him. Tyrum, this metal we are walking on right now, perfect material for what you are thinking of.
Tyrum looks down at the metal. I'm not sure how I could harvest it for you.
Well, maybe
Kind of what it looks like if you check general.
let me check it. Okay, awesome.
Oh shit.
Ceres like kind of
Oh.
scrounges around in her toolkit. Um and let's see, what does she have? Mm, uh, shatter. No. She has shatter. No, that won't work. Uh,
Does Cade see you like fumbling around, Ceres?
yeah,
You
yeah.
say,
Ceres lets everyone keep walking. She's just on the ground with her pack open, looking through her various tools. Um,
Cade turns around and sees this. Hey, kid, what are you doing? No. None of that. Just stop it. Bad idea.
why?
It's supposedly cursed. They say that this giant fell to the Lich King and to ensure that nobody ever came to claim the weapon, the cursed. They
Well,
say.
I'm not claiming the
They say.
whole weapon. I'm just claiming a piece of the weapon.
Kane gives you a little side eye. Are you sure you want to take the chance of being cursed? I'm not good with magical stuff like that. I don't know. It might work out for you.
A fucking chill runs down her spine at the mention at the little reminder after like being knocked out of her like intense focus. Maybe you have a point.
Hey,
But
Kate.
this Lich King seems like pretty good guy.
Oh, me and LC, we go way back.
So
Okay.
you know him. So maybe we can
No,
maybe we no you don't know. Yeah.
Kate
I just
silently
assume you
nods.
say things and you know a lot of people. Maybe you know him.
I know the Lich King, and he knows me, but they're just no. He's
Well,
not
maybe
one to.
I can speak to Lich King and I can ask him
Oh,
for peace.
You want to speak to an undead king?
I mean, like we saw undead in the tavern we were in with our buddy. You know, um, what was his name?
Kate starts
uh,
giggling. Yes, kid. Yes, actually, great idea. We're gonna go talk to the Lich King. That's where we're going. I like it. You got a great
Well,
head on
he
your shoulders there.
destroyed that one crazy bitch, and it seems fine. You know,
Yeah,
good
no,
guy in my book.
I agree. Let's do it. Kate gives you like a serious thumbs up. We're gonna do it. I like it. Let's do it.
Awesome. We will be back for sword metal.
Kate looks at Tyrum and shrugs. Good work. The Lich King has always had a softer side for people that, aren't dudes.
What do you even know about this Lich King?
I know that he runs the country hand and bone, and I know that he could
He
easily take down a dragon or two if he wanted to, but he stays
he
peacefully in
killed
the mountains.
he killed this bitch Zefina.
Yeah, originally the one to imprison Zafina was the Lich King. That's why she should be under his castle. Ah,
Underneath his
thanks for
castle, yes.
Cade glances at Ceres. Thanks for reminding me. We gotta go into the Hall of Heroes. I hate the Hall of Heroes. But we'll be able to see my favorite spider, Frosty. She's adorable. She's missing a couple legs, but she's a sweetheart.
What's the Hall of Heroes?
Well, legend has it, long ago, the Lich King ran armies across the continent in a rage to level everything. Dragons, species, races, anything that was in his way was supposedly stomped out by the undead masses. But when push came to shove, the Bahamut, the silver dragon of justice, rose up with his band of knights to stop the spread of evil and undead.
And
Well,
then he became pretty chill, right?
he won, but at the cost of a lot. They say that ultimately Bahamut ascended from godhood to talk with him. They said that after about a week of negotiations, the Lich King decided he'd stay at the top of Deadend's mountain. It's also when this mountain was made. He's been running a pretty peaceful country since.
Hmm.
They also say that the Lich King's power is so imminent that the mana radiating from him alone is what caused Morse Marsh to turn from the once beautiful jungle that it was into that hellish fucking mud hole back there. They say it seeps into the land around surrounding his mountain.
That
Hmm.
doesn't sound good. Michaelo's dying from the freezing.
Hey, Michaelo, you look cold. Would you like some hot cocoa?
Yes, please.
He pours you just the tiniest cup of hot cocoa, and he hands it to you.
Michaelo just holds it in his hand. He doesn't even drink it.
Ceres picks up a rock off the ground, and what does she do? She takes a piece of cloth left over for Raito's little hoodie, which she has finished by now. Um, and she wets the cloth and then throws a little firebolt at the rock, heating it up, wraps it in this wet piece of cloth, and hands it to Michaelo.
Side note, Ceres, did you drink the hot cocoa?
Yeah.
Oh, as soon as you finished your drink, you were imbued with a magical warmth.
Ah. Very good.
Michaelo drinks the hot cocoa.
Now, Michaelo, when you drink the hot cocoa, you find yourself feeling immensely warm. You are now resistant to cold damage for the next 24 hours to both of you.
Mm.
And you all see Elena like happily trudging along as snow starts to fall. We make our way up this mountainside. It goes from rocky and kind of grassy into just cold. The plants, they begin to die out. Nothing but cold black stone as we make our way up this mountainside, and then eventually we hit the flurry.
What
It
the fuck
begins
is this
snowing.
stuff? This white stuff.
It's snow.
It's called snow.
The fuck?
You've
Where's it
never
come from?
came side eyes you. You've never seen snow before.
I've never been outside of the sewers until like a few. How long has it been? Like months? Month?
About a month.
Yeah, we've been on this campaign for about a month.
Like since a month ago.
He looks at Fang or he looks at Tyrum. You've seen snow, right? You've seen this stuff, correct? It's not just him.
I've experienced all climates. This is not new to me.
Good, good. 'Cause I don't want any more surprised individuals. He looks back at Michaelo. Oh, what are we gonna do with you?
He's like scooping some of it and like putting some of it in its mouth. As you're looking at him.
Don't eat the yellow ones, Michaelo.
No, definitely eat the yellow ones. They taste like lemon.
Lemon snow?
Yeah, yes, it's lemon slow.
Interesting.
Walks a little bit ahead. I'm gonna go use the restroom real quick.
Cade picks up a snowball and beams it at you, Michaelo.
Are you gonna roll the hit?
I'm not. The snowball hits. It's a snowball. It's not gonna do any damage.
Michaelo wipes the snow
Beautiful.
off his face. Ow! The fuck?
Cade starts launching them, and Elena quickly snaps to the side and starts launching them at you too. One or two of the snowballs deflect from Elena and hit you, Tyrum. Cade gives her a little high fives. The snow is like dripping off your helmet, Tyrum.
Just stuck there and it's slowly.
Keep your meandering to you.
Elena gives you a little frown. She throws another one just at your feet. Very defeated, very sad.
Ceres's eyes light up, and she takes a ladle that she had in her pack and starts deconstructing it and makes it into a little snowball thrower, like a dog's golf ball, like a dog's ball thrower. And she starts hucking snowballs.
Return fire! Cade and Elena get back to back as Elena starts throwing snowballs back at you, Ceres.
Luna comes from around the corner as he finishes using the restroom.
Michaelo throws a snowball at him.
He nails Luna right in the face.
Sorry, Luna.
Luna makes a snowball and then beams it at Michaelo. Right into the back of his shell.
Cade throws a couple snowballs at Fang. Get up, sport! Come on, no need to be so down. You love it here, don't you? And he throws another one that hits you right in like the eye.
and wipes the snow out of his eye, and then beams one straight at Cade's face.
Cade trips over Elena, who's behind him, and he just fucking lays out. All right. That's not what I expected to happen. He looks up at Elena. Listen, betrayal? And he grabs a snowball and throws one at Elena. And then he rolls to his stomach and throws another one at Ceras.
Uh, 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 shield! I cast shield!
The snowball is stopped by a magical aura.
No, I'm just kidding. I'm not wasting a spell slot on that.
Oh, that would have actually been kind of epic. I will not lose this snowball fight.
Mm, uh, Ceres looks at Tyrum and signs, "Do you want to try something crazy?" And she knocks on Bucket twice, and his cannon comes out.
Tyrum signs. What are you talking about?
Well, I put the snow in the cannon and then shoot the snow. Well, maybe projectile would come out behind Snowball. Maybe not the best idea.
Aiden engaged in snowball fights with Michaelo, Fang, and Luna, with Elena accompanying him. He's paying you two no attention.
But maybe make modification. Maybe in the future, you and me, you shield, I destroy with snowballs. We win fight. We are cool, super cool. That kind of thing. And she kind of she scratches the back of her head.
Tyrum signs. What do you need me to do exactly?
Yeah, you have shield, a big shield. You defend me and Bucket, and I get on Bucket Cannon, and I shoot everyone in head.
Tyrum rolls his eyes. So you just need me to be your shield.
Yes, precisely.
Kate is beaming you all. Luna, Fang, Michaelo. He is throwing down. This is not his first snowball fight. You guys are pinned to rights as Elena keeps him stocked up on well-made snowballs. He has got you three pinned down, and he is gunning you down with snowballs.
Tyrum plants his shield. Actually, Tyrum takes out the barbed shield from
the prior.
From the prior, and he sets it up just under Bucket's cannon, so that way anything under Bucket's cannon is protected.
The cannon mounts perfectly onto the top of the shield. As Sarah starts packing snow into the front of it.
Luna decides he's going to shift, and I rolled a 17 for my save. And he shifts and decides to pick up a giant snowball and chuck it at Cade.
You just wolf the fuck out right here?
Yes.
Whole transformation?
I said I rolled a 17.
Full transformation or just
full transformation?
You all see Luna fucking Blair tying around as he starts launching giant snowballs.
Shit, fire!
Cade yelps as he grabs Elena and starts circling.
Ceres shoots a giant fucking tube of snow at you, Luna. The heat behind the blast heated up a little, so it's half slush. The front's snow and the back is slush, so it kind of hits and then splashes all over you.
I turn around and I make half the side of the snowball that I made, and I throw it at you, Ceras.
It bounces off the serrated shield and does not hit Ceras. Cade circles around and starts throwing snowballs at Tyrum and Ceras. What's this? Team up? No! He starts launching them at you, Tyrum. You are pelted down with a barrage of snowballs. Luckily, your armor and shield, he doesn't really get a whole lot through the cracks.
Ceres taps on Bucket twice, and the flamethrower comes out and creates a big wall of flame that surrounds them, melting the snowballs that come in.
This turned into a war.
This flurry of snowballs is evaporated.
Luna hurls, picks up another giant snowball full size and throws it up into the sky and tries to land it directly on top of Tyrum. I'd like to roll for that one now because I'm trying to Hail Mary that shit.
Okay, all right.
I got a 15 for that.
No,
Tyrum, does that beat your armor class?
not at all.
Damn.
The giant snowball splats behind Tyrum with not even an inch of closeness, and Tyrum poses because for some reason it exploded. Only heroes walk away.
Only heroes walk away. Don't look back at explosion.
Exactly.
Said he didn't have to move for that one.
Yeah.
He just his armor glistening in the snow off the midday sun.
We're divulging from our mission.
Diverging.
Cade's tail droops. All right.
Michaelo throws one more snowball at Tyrum.
Shield.
Oh, come on, Tyrum. You're just gonna take that? You didn't throw a single one back. The monk is over here like flipping, kicking snowballs. He's like weaving and dodging.
Yeah, I don't need to do that if I have a shield.
What about this? Cade hits you with a sneak attack and he smacks you in the side of the face with a giant snowball. And as the snow drips off your face, Cade starts. Yeah, you know what? You might be right.
Luna throws the snowball as you say this at you, Cade.
Another giant one?
Another giant one.
All right, roll me to hit.
No, I'm not rolling to hit you, sir. I was rolling to hit Tyrum. He has a shield.
Okay, all right. Cade is bombarded with loads of snow, almost covered. And you just see him
plus 5 to hit.
Oh yeah, he's covered. Cade is knocked prone and covered by all this snow. There is nothing but a mound of snow over top of him. And
Tyrum walks by Cade and steps on his tail.
Cade punches through the tail or punches through the snow that is piled up over top of him, and he grabs one more snowball and he kind of half-assedly throws it at you. But he then starts holding his tail. You see, someone really wants to get going.
Come on, kid. What are you doing? Just laying around in the snow. We got to get going, right?
Cade pushes out of the snow, looks at you and shakes himself off. His fur is a little wet from all the snow, and he walks over to you, Ceras, and he puts his foot out right in front of you, and then tries to trip you with it.
Ceras looks at your foot because she is not. She took a couple steps forward. She looks at your foot, and then kicks some snow on it and walks around.
When you kick the snow, Cade, you feel Cade's hand press on your back as he tries to quickly trip you.
Okay, well, Ceras definitely falls then. That you bastard!
What can I say? And, as he walks by, his tail kind of smacks you and then brushes past your face and knocks the snow off your face after you just ate shit.
Ceras gets back up and starts walking with a smile on her face.
All right. Well, that was fun. And through the next couple of hours, the party begins a slow incline up this mountain, a slow ascent. But it doesn't take long before you are all faced with the gates of Deadend. It is a giant wall made of the very same black stone that they have been walking on, and behind it you see basically giant walls of rock kind of encasing this city, circling it around, and at the very top of the biggest rock in the back, you all see the Lich King's castle. Now, for reference, Deadend looks kind of like an old English Victorian era city. There's brick roads and it's got a pretty well maintained housing structure. You see a lot of people busy in the streets, people cleaning the rooftops and chimneys, that sort of thing. That dark and gritty Jack the Ripper, Mary Poppins feel to it. But you can tell that overall this is a quaint and quiet city. The snow really deafens a lot of the noise.
This
It never
place
stops snowing
looks
in Deadend.
depressing.
Oh, you'll learn to love it. This place is actually great. Best city in this entire continent, hands down.
Hmm.
What do the
And
people look like?
you see a stark mix between a lot of undead. You see a lot of undead servants doing different things and behind the city gates as you approach it. But in and out, you see a lot of tieflings, genasi. You see a lot of beast people of different animal species, and you see a lot of elves, and just scarcely you see a handful of humans in every now and
And
then.
what do their demeanors look like? Are
Right,
they
insight. Can we roll insight for that?
Sure. You
Yeah.
are all standing at the gate of Dead End. There are two guards out front. Roll me an insight. You're looking in.
19.
Okay, well, you see pretty friendly people. Everyone seems to get along. It seems like everybody is helping somebody else, with a lot of people putting an emphasis on supporting the undead workers around.
You know, this place may look depressing, but the people look kind of happy.
I wasn't lying. Best city on the continent. Seriously, nobody rules better than the Lich King. He's a fair. If nothing else, unlike the rest of the places, he's a fair king.
Does Michaelo see any other turtles?
You do not. It's cold here.
So why did he turn the marsh? Well, why did he turn the jungle into a marsh then?
Uh, when you have crazy awesome powers, you gotta use them at some point, right? I'm sure he had his reasons.
Hmm.
Besides, Mars lives there now. Maybe there was something to do with that. You. What about you, Fang? Happy to be home? I know you've only been gone for what, a month, maybe two, and then Fang died. Rocks fall.
Gengar says, no, I never intended to come back, at least
Well,
not
well,
yet.
luckily for you, we're not staying long, Pipsqueak. But we need to be here to collect some information. So we'll be getting to that, and then we'll be getting going. Isn't that right, team?
Yeah, we probably don't want to stay here very long.
Michaelo
I'd
raises
hate
his
for this
hand.
place to go to shit.
Nah, this place will never go to shit. It's protected by one of the most powerful beings in existence.
Fair enough.
Michaelo does what?
Raises his hand.
Uh, Kay just kind of. We gotta work on it. Yes, Michaelo.
Where's the post office?
You
Why do you
serious?
need a post office?
Because I have this letter I gotta mail. Remember, Tyrum? You gave me the paper.
Right. I forgot.
Well, luckily for you, there's a couple of facilities for that. You probably want to find one of the Hawk Scouts. They send letters to and forth
And
between
Michaelo
cities.
starts walking away. He goes, Hawk
As you walk
Scouts,
away,
got it. He
as you
goes,
start walking away, you meet the guards at the gate.
hello? I'm just gonna
Uh,
go through here.
both guards put spears together as at an X. The gate isn't open, and they both put out their hands. Stop. One is an undead. You can tell he doesn't say anything. He just puts his hand out. The other one is a suit of armor, and the hand tells you to stop.
Uh, can I go in?
No.
What?
What's the password?
Michaelo looks back at Cade. Password?
He nods at you. Yes, since you're in such a rush, give him the password. I wasn't talking or anything when you walked away, you fucking shithead.
Michaelo gives the suit of armor like one gold coin.
The suit of armor drops the gold coin and keeps its hand out.
Michaelo picks back up the one gold coin. I don't know. What is the password?
I don't know. You want to roll me an insight?
I guess. Oh wow. That's a 19.
His hand doesn't look like it's asking you to put something in it. It looks more like he's reaching out for a handshake.
Michaelo handshakes the guy.
Password. As he shakes your hand back, but he reiterates password.
What is the password? Michaelo's
The
asking the
guards don't.
guard that.
The guard says nothing.
Luna walks up to Case and he goes, "So, are we gonna bail him out, or are we just gonna sit here and watch?"
Hey,
Let's
whispers
see.
back. No, I'm
Password.
gonna watch this for a couple
Password.
more. It's not as hard as he thinks.
Well, how about you tell me the password so that way I know you know that the password is what you say it is.
Sound logic.
Cade crosses his hands, and you all hear a slight snickering. He's enjoying this.
You know, the longer we fuck around, the longer Elena doesn't get to see Dad.
Hey. While you were right, you can't tell me you're not enjoying this too.
I take
Lich
real
King.
joy in making fun of disabled children.
I feel like
Not
this is a
disabled,
waste of
he's
time.
just stupid.
I
Fine.
don't know. I believe in him. Maybe we give him a chance.
Michaelo says Lich King is the password.
The guard says nothing.
Hmm.
Try friend, Michaelo. Pick friend and enter.
Think friend?
Speak friend.
Michaelo's gonna
As
try
you
to persuade this guy to let him in. He's like, listen, man, come on. You want to let me in. Come on.
Roll me a persuasion.
It's a nat 20.
He looks at you, and he sticks his arm at, like, in your general direction, like right in your face.
Mm-hmm.
Password. And he nods at you. Kind of friendly. Password. Come on.
Damn.
Hey,
Probably the best possible outcome, to be honest.
Did he say it loud enough for the whole party to hear, or?
he's been saying password at Michaelo this whole time. You can all hear it. We're all standing there. Kate is just watching this unfold.
Michaelo says password.
How is he holding out his hand at Michaelo?
Like I said before, it is not asking for something, but more, it looks like he's trying to shake his hand.
Michaelo like grabs his hand and does like a little dab motion, you know?
Wow.
You grab his hand and then dab at him?
Mm-hmm.
He dabs him up.
Yeah, dab him up.
Oh, I was
Yeah,
thinking
it's
something else entirely.
Same. You go to dap him up, but his hand doesn't clasp your hand the way you try to clasp his hand. He keeps it straight, postured, firm.
Michaelo, he walks away and he goes to like the big gate, or not gate, but the big wall, and he just starts climbing it.
As you begin climbing, you hear Cade holler over, "I wouldn't do that if I were you."
Like I'm gonna listen to fucking you, and he keeps climbing.
Hey, Michaelo. First things first. To put it in perspective, these walls are pretty tall up. So you got about 60 feet before you get to the top. But as you say that, what is your passive perception?
12.
Okay. You gonna keep climbing?
Yeah.
Maybe we
I
should
want to see him
stop.
get this off. Wait, I believe in him. You should let him get it off.
Begin climbing the wall, Michaelo, with the utmost confidence that this wall can't stop you. And as you begin climbing up, Cade's snickering stops as you look up and see several armed crossbows, undead, line the wall. They don't say anything, but in a very sharp and concise motion, they all aim at you. There's
Hey,
at least
Cade, does
100.
your Cade, does your grand soup have a distinct turtle flavor to it? Because I think you're about to get it.
I really hope we don't need it, but at this point, the ingredients are just going to choose themselves. I told them to come down. And then you all watch Cade walk over to the guard, and he shakes the hand. 2 more hands pop out of the suit of armor, and he shakes both hands. Welcome back, guys. Good to see you. You hear giggling rattling around in the armor as the two guards put their spears up. I'm sure you'll figure it out.
Yeah, Ryan shook his
Michaelo shake
hand.
I
his
definitely
hand?
did shake his hand.
You said you tried to dap him up. But
No,
No, before
like
that.
5 minutes ago,
Before
he
that,
said he shook his hand.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't hear it.
Fail!
I didn't hear it!
Funny
Fail!
as shit.
Guys,
You
I
literally-
didn't hear it!
Funny as shit.
You literally said,
All
"Oh,
of us heard it.
you literally, even you, because you said you like he literally shakes his hand back and nothing else happens."
Yeah.
He knows these guys.
Fuck off! Fuck off!
That's kind of bullshit.
What type
You-
of
you're trying-
narcissistic parent ass shit is this?
Okay, one, you're trying to enter a city he's never been in. This is a fucking peaceful ass top of the mountain city. You gotta know to get in.
I'm just saying you said that and then you were surprised when we were all like, he already tried to shake his hand. I don't know.
I mean, yeah.
Anyway, since
Michaelo,
Michaelo is still up
you-
at the top
you-
of this
you-
fucking wall with all these crossbows pointed at him, he's gonna look up and he's gonna go password. He's gonna ask him.
They all ready their crossbows. One of the undead guards looks at you and he says, "You might want to just go back down.
Yeah.
We don't take pleasure in ending lives. Our
Yeah.
great system believes that the undead should be held sacred."
I don't know what that means. He slides back down the wall.
Well, as I was saying before I was rudely interrupted, Kade looks at Michaelo. You wanna ask him the password again?
No.
Good.
Mm,
He,
He's not gonna
the
do
gate's
anything
already
again.
open. Huh?
Michaelo walks in.
You all enter the vast city of Deadend.
Do we have visuals for this?
I do have a couple. Kind of like an idea, more so, not so much accurate.
a 1-for-1.
Right. Da-da-da. Thought I had already saved these, but I guess I haven't. Give me just a moment.
Damn, it's already 8 o'clock.
It is. But yeah, you all enter into the vast city of Deadend, and it looks like this. Something akin to that. The city lines, the snowy
That's
mountain.
kind of what I was picturing. Yeah.
Yeah.
That first picture.
Yeah.
Where did you put that in?
General.
General.
Interesting.
But the general city looks like the first picture, with the Lich King's castle kind of overlooking. And if you guys, Damien, Simon, and Jay, if you remember when we did the whole one shot without Party and Big Dick Randy, the Lich King's castle is the same map as from
No
before.
way.
Yep.
It's
So
the same place?
yeah, y'all were in the Lich King's castle originally, and when you went to the Hall of Heroes to find Rathalos's dead dad that he kind of finagled you guys into, you all ended up fighting the Death Knight, remember?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. But nonetheless, it's a beautiful city with slopes and stone streets. You all see a few like cool colored magical lanterns floating about. The sky is always cloudy. It is always gray or white, but you never get an ounce of sunlight through these places. So the lanterns are eternally lit. And you enter the vast city of Dead End. All right. Well, I'm going to take Elena to my compatriots. I figured it's time to get the update on her old man and try to get her home. But while I do that, you guys are welcome to stack up on whatever it is you need. And Cade pushes Fang forward. And you, my young friend, will be escorting my dear Ceras here to the nearest magical shop. I'm sure she has all kinds of needs for new items, and nobody knows this city better than me, but you're a close second. So, you're going to show her the way.
Hey,
Ceres like on her board. Lead on, magic boy.
Cade gives you a little high five.
Cade, okay. Luna asks Cade, "Hey, Cade, is there potentially an armor
Luna
shop
asks.
nearby? I'm sorry, whatever. Is there an
No,
armor
of
shop nearby by chance?"
course. Just look around the city. You'll find a dozen good blacksmiths in this place.
Hmm.
Michaelo starts
Always a
walking off.
blacksmith. What about a whitesmith, huh? When's the last time anybody wanted a whitesmith?
The hell
I
is a
don't think
whitesmith?
that's a real thing. I don't know if that's real. I don't know if that's a real thing.
Oh yeah, Ceras and him had like a little spat.
Ooh.
Yeah, because Ceres came up and was like, hold on. Yeah, Ceres came up and he was being ungrateful, and Ceres was like, um, he was like, get away from me! You're the bitch who fucking ran me over or something. And Ceres was like, I don't know what you think I did to you, but I, I just fucking wasted a spell
Saved your
slot on
life.
you, saving your sorry ass life.
Ceres, does Ceres remember like running him over?
No, he was just some random fucking guy that was in her way. It was just a guy in the street. I
Just a
mean,
guy in the street.
what was noticeable about him that wouldn't be like normal in any other fucking random drunk in the street? In Dusty Coin.
Fair point. He'd look a little mutated, but that's not nothing crazy.
Yeah.
Tyrum, you like Dusty or Deadend Tyrum? You come here, raise a kid, raise a wife, settle down, give
Raise
up
a
the
wife.
life of vengeance.
I will not rest until my mission is complete.
Come on, strapping young man in armor like yourself's got to have a lovely lady out there somewhere, huh? Okay, not just you.
The only lovely lady I knew was that of Kydros herself.
Kate mouths fucked God to Ceres.
That sounds depressing, Tiro.
Where you, well, when you come from where I come from, doing the things you do, there isn't a whole lot of light and happiness.
There was barely any light where I lived.
He is from a
And you'd
place called the
understand.
Obsidian Depths.
Hmm. Then I understand.
Then, then you should understand.
Oh. No.
Now that sounds depressing. Yeah, Tyrum, come on now. Guys like Michaelo don't live lives like ours. We've had it a little rougher. Kate kind of like perches his elbow on your shoulder as he's saying this.
Tyrum removes your your paw from his shoulder.
Rougher.
Yeah, rough.
Oh yeah, guys, Michaelo's only 19.
The age gap in this team is also kind of insane because we have Fang coming in at a crisp 14, and then we've got Ceres and Michaelo, young adults, and then you've got Kate and Tyrum, the old
That's
head.
that's not a
You've
19 in
got
total years. That's a 19 crisp years.
crispy. You're a teen.
Oh, 19 crisp years for a turtle? You're still like a baby.
Yeah.
Ceres is like
College student.
21 in like, yeah,
No
in
life
crisp
expectancy.
years. Yeah, yeah. Maybe no. Yeah, in like human years, I guess she would be 21. In crisp years, what would that be? That'd be like
You
30.
always live for
Wait,
For
they live for
150,
200, maybe
Yeah.
300. Let me check.
So she's like
And
50.
last but not least, you've got a traumatized 28-year-old with a Luna.
350 to 500 years. Oh, you know what? They mature the same rate as humans, and most are considered adults at the age of 40.
Holy fucking shit! I just looked up how long elves live to.
Yeah, elves live a
Yeah.
long ass fucking time, dude. I'm pretty sure they live longer than dwarves.
They, I don't know. Hold on, let me look up how old dwarves fucking live to be.
I'm pretty sure it's like the same as gnomes.
I think it's 300. 350 years.
But I'm doing by like Lord of the Rings
Yeah,
logic.
yeah, around 350 years.
So how old is Tyrum?
Ear, well, uh, elves can live to 750 years old.
How long was he in servitude for, Jay? How long did
That's
he
actually less than I
senselessly
was
and
thinking.
mindlessly go around? How long was he in servitude for her? Sorry.
I mean, Tyrum, Tyrum became an adult in the eyes of elves, which maturity for elves is 100 years. So he left. He left about at adulthood.
Oh, we have to talk about some lore stuff now because fuck all. Okay. Fuck happened to Josh?
Don't
He's
know.
dead. Rocks fell IRL.
Yeah, the retcon is just going to be that Sapphira's research. It's called Cult of the Silver Moon Research Facilities.
Very cool.
Oh, it's
Well,
just the name of something.
yeah.
Cade instructs Fang to take Ceras to a magical shop on the other side of town, and he looks at Luna, who asked about the blacksmith. Yeah, you find a good handful throughout the city. Just follow the smoke coming from the chimneys. It's usually where the furnaces are. Yeah, we got pretty good shops in this place, but don't try to haggle. They don't really like to be discouraged from their works.
Thanks. Luna starts strutting off towards the smokestacks.
Cade looks at
Okay,
Michaelo.
this echo.
Hello.
He just muted himself.
Yeah.
Okay.
Cade looks at Tyrum and Michaelo, and you two should go with him so he doesn't get lost. We'll
Nah, I
all
gotta
meet back.
find the post office. I'm gonna go this way.
It's
And he just starts walking.
it's. Cade puts his hand out to try to stop him, but he's already gone. All right. Sure. We'll just meet back here, team. Cade kind of mutters to himself. Come on, kid. And him and Elena take off. And he turns around before walking too far out of sight. Now it's Tyrum. What where are you going?
Hopefully to see if I can upgrade some armor,
Well, I suggest you
maybe a
walk in
weapon or
the
two.
direction. There's he writes down something on a quick piece of paper and jogs back to you before walking back to Elena, and he hands you an address. Catch up to Luna, take him here. You can ask any street vendor where it's at. They'll point you in the right direction. I got a guy. He's a pretty good smith, but he's got a little bit of an attitude problem. But his work is second to none.
Tyrum, Tyrum rolls his eyes and then nods his head and then jogs after Luna to hand him. Jogs after Luna to grab him.
So, for perspective, Michaelo is walking uh, blessed.
Bless you.
Thank you.
Tyrum and Luna are walking to find a blacksmith. Michaelo is off on his own looking for the post office, and Ceras and Fang are walking towards a magical supply store.
He's also looking for a blacksmith. But he's looking for the post office first.
So he left the other two that were looking for the blacksmith to go find his own blacksmith and post
He's
office
his own
combo.
man, Ron, right?
He's his own man. Man, you fuck a team. Fuck staying together. That's fine. Uh, well, Who wants to go first?
Roll off.
Roll off.
I vote that me and Tyrum don't go first while I'm trying to restart things.
Jay, you lost the roll off. Like disqualification off the
That's
cuff.
a 15.
Michaelo, you gonna roll against that, bud?
Oh shit. That's a 3.
Ceras and Fang first. You two come pushing through the city. Many vendors, and it seems like a really small town feel, but everybody seems pretty cheery. It's almost like Christmas without the lights, you know? Um, Fang mopes along as he leads you towards the magical shop.
Ceres is sitting on Bucket, just kind arms crossed, kind of staring at the back of Fang's head as they move along.
Fang, what are you doing right now? Are you actually, first of all, do you don't have to say it out loud, but are you actually leading Ceres to a magical shop?
No.
Or say it out loud. Fang, if you'd like to keep it a secret, you can text me where you're taking her. In Discord, please. I do not have my phone. Ceres, the kind people of the city start offering you different knickknacks, different amounts of food. Uh, there's a couple of interesting ones. They've got like dried bone cones.
Mm.
One water genasi offers you a dried bone cone.
Um, Ceres looks dubiously at the dried bone cone. And she reaches in her satchel, and quickly with deft fingers creates a little yarn dog and gives it to them as she takes the cone and she signs thank you at them.
Uh, the kind water genasi nods and puts out her hand, expecting one silver coin, please. As you
Ceres
give them.
frowns. Ceres frowns and gives them the silver coin.
Pleasure doing business with
And
you.
then she kind of rubs she kind of like sits there and thinks, "Hey, boy." She taps on her whiteboard and writes that. Does Fang turn around at all, or is he just walking?
Fang, Fang turns around hearing Ceres say, "Hey,
Tapping on
boy."
the No, she doesn't say that. She can't
She's
speak.
tapping on the board. Yeah, she's
She's
mute.
tapping on the board. She has it written on the board.
Joke's on you. Fang can't read.
What?
Mm,
Yeah. Would you say that the area is loud, or can I hear the tapping?
You can hear the tapping. And like I said, the snow makes everything seem kind of quiet, but you can hear immediate noises around you. So you're not overwhelmed by the noises of the city. You can hear Ceres.
Well, Fang will turn around to see what Ceres is doing.
Ceres writes on her board. You grew up in this city, correct?
Fang nods his head and looks at Ceres. Why are you writing on the board?
Because I cannot stand to speak to you. Anyways, um,
I love it.
these people seem very mercantile. What would you say the prospects of starting some sort of business transaction in this city would be? Very good, very open market, or is there some sort of guild I would have to sign up for or anything like that?
Fang, you want to roll me a history to give her an answer?
Yes. Give me 1 second. That is going to be a. You said history?
Yeah. You grew up in the South, so that means this age not really like anything crazy.
That's a 14.
You know just about everything has to go through the Lich King first, but all business is welcome.
Fang looks at Ceres. It. You can start a business, but you'd have to go through the Lich King.
That is very helpful. Thank you, Fang. Ceres is surprised that he answered her at all. Kind of reconsidering just a little bit.
As you two continue walking, you finally reach your destination, but Ceres, it is very obvious to you that this is not a magical potion. This is not a magical shop of any nature. You arrive at a place labeled the Broken Fang, and it's very clearly a bar.
Okay. Well, I suppose if you wanted to get a drink first, that would be fine. She writes on her board.
Fang looks at Ceres. Listen, I need to see someone first. I will take you there in a moment. And he beckons Ceres to walk inside the bar.
Ceres shrugs. This is a person she just met, has been a little bit rude to her, and she's been rude back. Uh, so what Ceres is going to do is she goes fine, and as they walk in together, Ceres is going to summon. She's going to create Eldritch Cannon. Inside her coat, her hood, like underneath her hood. It's small enough to be used as a
To
pistol.
hide.
So,
Fuck yeah.
yeah, she creates that cannon and she like does not get off of bucket. And she kind of raises her. She kind of just she's scanning. She is scanning. Let's see what else is she gonna do. Um, you know what? She's gonna go ahead and cast Sanctuary on herself.
Oh yeah.
All right.
As the two of you enter into the non-normal means, a back door because it's a local in these parts. You slip in, and you both instantly notice that even though it's kind of early, the bar is not open. It's not in business right now. There's a couple undeads that are inside keeping like straightening up, a couple sweepers, maybe some dusters. But all in all, the bar is empty.
Ceres goes and sits down at the bar and waves at one of the undead who seem like they are employed there.
The one wiping down the counter that's dusting the tops of the booze turns to you and it gives you like a little sideway head nod, and it taps on the table and it points to your board.
She puts her board down on the table, and puts the piece of chalk on the board.
The blue fire in the undead's eyes quickly descend towards the board as it writes "not open yet" and it underlines "not."
Mm. Ceres nods her head, and writes, "May I sit here until opening?"
Uh, the undead then nods and writes a time. I'd say you guys woke up at the crack of dawn and you took a whole day to get here. Uh, well, maybe not a whole day. I'd say it's probably 2 or 3 o'clock, just for continuity's sake. Um,
Fang
and
walks up
so
undead as this is happening and
it
just
writes five
whispers,
o'clock.
whispers in the undead's ear to serve Ceres as he goes to see his sister.
The undead gives a nod and then points towards the bar behind you, behind it, Ceres, and it nods again.
Oh, Ceres. Did Ceres overhear Fang saying this to the
Did Fang say it
bartender?
quietly?
He wasn't attempting to be quiet.
Yeah, no, you
Oh,
heard.
okay. Ceres looks at Fang and nods at him, and then looks at the undead and she kind of licks her lips and points towards she points towards towards the ale. It got ale, right?
Does have ale. As you point towards a large barrel of ale, the dead you could see the undead start to like get a little excited. The fires burn brighter. The blue fire in its eyes get it light up as it starts clapping its hands and it runs over to the barrel and then it jumps on top of the barrel and it points at one top shelf ale that says Deadend's Deadend.
Like she kind of like makes a gesture for money and looks at him questioningly.
It shakes both hands at you as to say no money needed. It's on the house.
Ceres kind of like Ceres nods her head and looks at the ale.
as
All
uh
right.
as you nod your head, it puts like the peace sign up and it points at both fingers individually, and then it taps the shot glass in its hand, and then it gives you like a that's the limit gesture with its hands.
Ceres gives two thumbs up.
It pours you two shots of Dead End's Dead End.
I think Ceres tastes the first one. You know, smells it, gets a little in her mouth, like tastes just very
Ceres,
savors the flavor.
the moment you take a whiff, and it's some strong stuff, but it smells of honey and it smells of ale. Nothing unfamiliar, but when it touches your tongue, you get hit with an intense like bitterness. It almost shocks the senses, and then you are brought back with the most mouth-watering sweetness you've ever had.
Ceres takes the first shot in its completion.
Roll me a constitution.
Let's see that +6 do its work. That is a 15.
Ooh, by the skin of your teeth, Ceres, you are now just a little bit buzzed, but almost as immediately as you take the shot, you can feel your body get lighter.
Very
Inside,
good.
it starts heating up.
Ceres looks at the bartender and starts kind of like, let's see. I think what she does is she draws out a little, like a game, maybe a little,
Tic tac toe.
tic tac toe, and plays with the bartender while Fang does his business.
Thing, you enter the back of the bar, and it's not normal. I mean, it's not unnormal for the bar to be closed at this time during the day, but also it's a little weird that you haven't ran into her yet. So you go into the back looking around, um, and then you die. Oh, hey, you're back.
Can I roll a perception to see if I notice anything?
This is your home. You just look around. What are you looking for specifically? Just for the class to know, because I don't want to tell you business.
Looking for my sister specifically.
And to no avail, Fang, you do not run into Angeline. Ceres, while you're playing tic tac toe with the bartender, you do notice one certificate on the wall.
Mm.
Not that it's any consolation to you, but you do see the name Angeline Nightbane, runner of the Broken Fang. It's the bartender's certificates. You know, like her proof of license and stuff.
The bar was called Fang,
The Broken
Fang,
Fang.
the Broken Fang, and the certificate says it's owned by.
Angeline Nightbane.
All right, thank you.
You're welcome. But no, Fang, you don't find your sister, and it honestly it looks as you rummage through like her sleeping area, your old sleeping area, and just a housing area in the back of the bar. It doesn't look like she's been home for a couple days.
Seeing this, Fang is going to go back up to the undead keeper and ask where his sister has been or if the last thing that she had said to him.
You enter in back to the bar and see the undead and Sarah's having a blast playing tic tac toe. It's really quiet for you, but also you can tell that there's so much enjoyment in what they're doing. If they had voices, they'd be loud.
Is there another one that I could bother that wouldn't fuck up their game?
There's one sweeping in the middle of the bar.
Walk to the other one that's sweeping in the middle of the bar and let them enjoy their game.
Ceres, you see Fang kind of walk out a little distressed looking, and he kind of slips past you two. But
Ceres looks at this child who has led her somewhere that was not the initial place and acts a little suspicious and then looks very upset. And then Ceres gets a little bit nervous, but then that warmth of that drink kind of just washes over her and she
you get
thinks, what's the worst that could happen?
you
And keeps
gonna run me in.
playing.
You gonna run that second shot, girlie?
I think she sips on this one to
Okay,
make it last, because it's
fair.
that first one was about the experience. The second one is about savoring it.
I see. You asked this undead Fang where your sister is, and to no avail, it doesn't know. It gives you a bony shrug as it goes back to sweeping, but it does kind of tap on the floor and gives you like a she hasn't been here hand motion. But then it points at the bar and it's and signs at Ceres. It throws something at you. It throws its arm at you, Ceres, to get your attention, and then it signs at you with its other hand on vacation.
On
It's been
vacation.
watching you too. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Ceres looks at Feng and picks up the board when it's her turn, and then writes at the bottom to not mess up the game. Uh, owner on vacation? Question mark.
And then
Fang
the
looks
sweeping skeleton starts shaking its head profusely.
Oh. Uh, and then she signs at the skeleton, who is on vacation.
It points to the bar certificate.
Oh, this she signs this eh, this uh Angeline Nightbane is on vacation.
It shakes its head.
Then who's on vacation?
It signs at you, owner of bar.
So this owner, the certificate of ownership, Angeline Nightbane, the one written in the paperwork who is the owner, is not the owner.
Is on vacation.
They're
It's
on
it's like
vacation.
it's
Yes.
frantically signing on vacation at you.
Angeline Nightbane is on vacation. Yes.
It starts like profusely shaking its head.
uh, Ceres looks at the one at the bar that she's been playing this game with, and kind of like points her thumb back. Do you know what they're talking about?
uh, did
Fang
you say this loud enough for Fang to hear?
She's signing.
So Fang has no idea what you're saying.
No.
The other skeleton kind of like looks at you watching all this unfold. Fang, you are watching sign language at its best right now. A silent movie. You're the only one here that can talk. And Sarah seems to be communicating, but you're not really sure.
there. Fang looks over at there. Well, I'll take you to your magic shop once you're done with whatever the hell it is you're doing with them. Uh,
Ceres nods and then looks back and writes on her board. They keep pointing at that certificate of ownership and saying on
Hey, I'll be
vacation.
right back,
Not really
guys. Rumi
sure
has
what
a
they
sister
mean.
party.
well, Fang just says, yeah, it would seem that my sister is not here at the moment, and
Oh,
been here for a bit.
well, I suppose. Would you like to get in on this game while I finish my drink?
Fang looks at Ceres. I'll uh, I'll let you handle that. Why don't you just slam that drink and finish that game, and we can be on our way. I have to go grab a few more things.
Ceres
Fang's
nods
going
and
to raid
continues the
this
game.
bar. Ceras, you go on playing this game only to end up losing to the skeleton. He gives you like a bony, swole arm motion, and he taps his inner bone.
Ceres kind of she smiles and claps. Very impressive, very impressive. And look at that bone shape, very impressive.
Its eyes glow just a little bit brighter as it gives you a very graceful nod and goes back to cleaning.
Ceres then downs the rest of the drink. I'd say there's probably more than half left.
Roll me a Constitution.
All right, that's a let's see, what's my she doesn't pass. That was a 3 on the die plus 6. That's a 9.
Almost without hesitation, Fang, as you come out from doing whatever it is, you go back there to steal. Grab. You see Ceres hit with a wave of inebriation. Ceres, you can all but just about walk, and you feel this drink as you explode into intoxication. This is the strongest stuff meant for things that aren't alive. You are fucked.
uh, Ceres writes on her board. It's like very crooked and like disjointed. So where are we? To the magic shop thing. Yeah. We're going to buy some items. Very, very fun. Yes, let's make a day out of it. It'll be fun. Let's
Fang,
see what kind of deals. Let's barter them down to nothing thing.
Fang, you know that this is the strongest alcohol in Deadend, but you know that it's only got a 30-minute limit before it magically disappears out of her system. You can choose to do with that information what you will.
And just kind of chuckles and lets it ride since Fang knows that it'll end.
All right. Well, as you two make way to the shop, back to our other group, we've got Michaelo by himself.
To the post
Uh,
office. My brother kind of looks around to see what's around him.
you see street urchins selling various foods and handcrafted items. You see various undead cleaning the streets. They look like they're doing any like small task from picking up trash that's been left on the side to scraping roofs and shoveling snow. This is a very bustling city, but it's very well maintained, very clean.
My brother goes up to the first person he sees.
The first person you see happens to be none other than an undead, because there's a lot of them here. So you
My
run
brother
into
goes up to the
an
first
undead
person
shoveling snow.
who will talk to him.
Michael spent 10 minutes talking to an undead that can't talk back. All right, got it. Um, you you find an old elven man, sitting on one of the benches. He looks to be reading a small book.
Excuse me, sir.
He looks up at you through his thick lensed glasses, and
Where's the post office?
well, post office. Wait, what? Are you looking to send large items? Are you looking to send a letter here?
A
What
letter?
did he ask? He looks both ways. He looks a little confused. If you go down the snowy road following the undead that are clearing the path, you walk that way for 10 blocks and you should see the Hulk delivery service up the road somewhere. What are you exactly?
Mm, I'm a, I'm a ninja. And then he starts walking down the street.
The old man closes his book and starts walking in the opposite direction of you. Michaelo, you walk those 10 blocks and you don't find what you're looking for.
Hmm. Michaelo kind of looks around. I don't see the post office.
As you say this, a small tiefling comes and brushes past you and starts running.
I start
He kind of
running
like
after.
bumps you. You start running after the kid.
Yeah, you don't
The
bump into
tiefling
me.
looks. This poor tiefling kid looks back and you start screaming, "Ah! Monsters after me!" He starts cutting through alleyways, under trash cans. He is running for his life.
You said it's there's like no sun.
No.
Michaelo like shadow steps in front of the kid.
You shadow step mysteriously in front of this tiefling child. His horns crack into your like your stomach shell, and then he just passes out at the side of you in front of him. He just falls out.
Uh, Michaelo tries to wake him up.
How do you?
Just kind of shaking him lightly.
He he gently comes to as he looks up at you, and he screams, "Ah, monster! Wait, what? Okay, I'm sorry." Then he throws your pouch of gold back at you.
Uh,
Please
thanks,
don't
kid.
eat me.
Um, I'm not. I won't eat you unless you show me where the
Please.
post office is.
Are you looking for the Hawk delivery service? Are you trying to send something kind of big? Because packages don't really get shipped from Deadend. He looks at you very, like, nervously.
Yeah, the hot delivery service sounds exactly like what I need.
Question, did you already pick up your gold?
Yes.
Oh. He quickly, like, gets to his feet, and okay, follow me. And he starts, like, a light jog back in the direction y'all came from.
Okay.
You follow this little tiefling kid for a couple blocks past where the old elf told you, and then he points at a giant, or he points at a small building with a giant page on top. On top, you can hear like, even though it's covered by really dark net and fabrics, you can hear the birds on the inside. We don't usually have a lot of people that are lost in these parts, sir. So you should just be careful. But and then he holds out his hand.
Michaelo slaps and goes, "Thanks, kid," and then walks into the post office.
As you slap his hand, he gives you a hug and runs off. Roll me a perception. Or no, what's your passive perception?
12.
Okay. Yeah, he gives you a hug and runs off.
Yeah, I'm gonna check to see if my stuff is there.
Um, as the kid disappears out of sight, you notice that you're down 5 gold coins.
Whatever. All right.
And inside the Hawk delivery service, there's an old Arakocra. He's wearing glasses. He's got a pipe. He looks like he's in silk pajamas. What can I do for you?
Uh, I'd like to send this letter out.
Where to?
Newest Yorkshire.
That'll be 20 gold, please.
20? 20 gold?
Do you know how dangerous it is to fly from Deadend to Dusty Coin? Or no, further than Dusty Coins. North Yorkshire. My golly, it's a trip my poor hawks might not even return from. 20 gold! Ah!
How about 10?
20 or get out of my shop! Ah! and then he pulls from the pipe and he lets off little bubbles of smoke.
All right. I guess I give him 20 gold.
I just fucking pay the bird. And as soon as you give him the 20 gold, a rather large hawk comes and lands at his feet, and it takes the letter out of your hand, and you see it start to tie the letter to its leg very well, using only its beak and one of its wings, and then without further ado, it flies out.
Okay, well, bye.
Pleasure doing business with you.
Michaelo walks out and he kind of looks around and he goes, "All right, to the blacksmith."
Hey, Josh, you back? You
Mhm.
ready? You ready to partake, sir?
I am good, sir.
Michaelo, roll me a perception real quick.
Fuck. It's a 6.
Never mind. Michaelo, you're off on the hunt for a blacksmith. Tyrum, Luna, you two are already on the move. Um, Tyrum, you have the directions from Cade, or the address at least.
Luna, wait up.
Yeah.
Uh, Tyrum unfolds the paper and reads the address out to Luna. Said, Cade gave me this, saying we should ask the locals around
The
for
address is P. Sherman, Wallaby Way, Sydney.
P. Sherman, Wallaby Way, Sydney. Said the locals would know where it is, but that it'll have what we want.
All right. I guess we should be making our way then. We make our way to this address.
You guys have no idea where that's at.
Yeah, we should ask a local.
Fair enough. But we look around us. What do we see around us?
You guys are in what feels like a city square. Once, all right. You are in what feels like a town square. Uh, there's a lot of people kind of playing around in the snow, but more than anything, you see a bunch of food vendors. They have different grilled meats. They have a multitude of like fried vegetables, and you also see a ramen stand.
Can I look to see if I see a lot of smokestacks?
Yeah, you see various like smokes coming out of chimneys overhead from various locations along the city walls. Because you take reference from that picture. Some of the housing is kind of stacked up into the mountainside. Some of it's kind of lower or upper, depending. So
So
you
that
see that.
advice that I got was not very helpful, huh?
What advice?
I was told to look for the smokestacks
Oh,
to
I mean,
find a blacksmith.
it's helpful enough.
Hmm. Okay. I walk over to one of the street vendors.
You walk up to a You walk up to a beast man. He is currently like grilling rabbits.
Excuse me.
How can I help you?
I am trying to find my way to this address. You think you could spare a moment to help me out here?
It's Tyrum like quietly standing behind Luna as he's asking this man this question.
Yeah,
DM, I want you to keep in mind I have a -1 to charisma.
Did you ever turn back out of your were form?
No.
He looks at the both of you, who one rivals him in size and the other one towers. Good job, Josh. Um, eh, we don't get a whole lot of tourists in these parts. What brings you two into the good old end of Dead?
Looking for an armor and weapons shop. And possibly a blacksmith, too.
He takes a look at the address you've given him. Oh, going to see old man Gaddit. That's not good. Well, whoever gave you this address must really not like you. Old man Gaddit doesn't do business with anybody. That old drunk could barely get out of bed at these parts at this point in time. But if
leave it
that's
to the
really
information broker to give us bad info.
We should at
if that's-
least. Go ahead.
no good.
We should at least hear him out, Tyrum. Go
Well, if
ahead.
that's the address you guys want to visit, you're not too far. He points at a smoke shack that's easily distinguishable from the other ones. It's separate, but it is the biggest set of smoke coming out of a chimney. It's it looks a couple blocks away, kind of towards the outskirt by like the mountain walls that lead up to to the king, like to the king's castle. You know, it's definitely an outskirts of town, blacksmith.
Thanks for the info.
Yeah, but hey,
he
you two probably shouldn't be walking around here all menacing like that. Tell your friend to at least take his helmet off. People don't like strangers. You show them that you're nice, though. They tend to be more accepting. I've been around. I know what you strong silent types are like. You should loosen up, huh? That ends a place of good peace.
look, Luna realizes to himself that he's in his were tiger form. Right.
Well,
And
yeah,
then proceeds to shift back into human form in front of him.
can you just do
Oh,
that? What do you have, lycanthropy?
uh, uh,
My cousin had lycanthropy. It really gave him mange really bad. Gave him the itches.
I'm glad to haven't experienced that yet, but yes, I am suffering from lycanthropy.
I'm sorry to hear that, brother. He gives you like a grilled rabbit tail and leg. It's all in there.
Thanks.
I hope you boys have fun with Gaddit. He's a ball of joy.
Luna takes a bite
Thanks.
of his rabbit and makes its way.
And then the two of you show up. It's an old busted up blacksmithing. It looks a little run down, but the smoke coming out of the chimney is strong.
Luna looks over at Tyrum. You, you go first, or I go first?
You've been leading the way so far.
I suppose. Luna opens up the door and
A
walks in.
a burst of smoke hits you in the face as soon as you open the door. Um, it's like thick. It's hard to see through.
Luna ducks down towards the ground to see if he could see anything underneath of all the smoke.
The room clears out as the smoke leaves through the door that you just opened, but in front of you is a dwarf hammering away with a massive furnace operating. The fire is reaching out so far it looks like it could grab him at any moment. He seems focused at work.
How hot does it feel in this place?
There's an instant temperature difference from cold outside to a crisp like 90 to 100 degrees. It goes from being really cold to really hot. It's like
Oh
you open the
shit!
door, you open the door, and the snow started melting at the doorsteps.
Wow. Oh, it is kind of hot in here.
You hear the
Excuse
clanging of
me.
the smithy. You hear the clanging of the smithy.
I approach the dwarf and kind of stand across from him, for a good little distance away from his away from him while he swings away his hammer at his blacksmithing station. I proceed to go. Excuse me.
The clanging stops as this dwarf pushes his goggles up onto his forehead. Days, disturb me workplace, eh? You come in here in the middle of the day while I'm trying to get work done, and he kind of stumbles into the table beside him, and he straightens up. What can I do for you? He walks over and he spits on the ground next to you, and he looks up at you, Luna, and you can smell a little bit of booze coming off him.
Do you happen to know a gnoll named Cade?
Kade Kunningtale? Me and Kade used to drink all the time together. And he's good dude. He good low legend around these parts. And people love him. But I mean, he's just as shady as the rest of them. You know. I mean, you're generally a good guy, but he can't hold his liquor for shit. And he
Yeah,
can't drink to save his fucking life.
yeah.
I tell you what.
Yeah. Listen. He sent us here and told us that that you would be a good person to help us out with what
As you
we're looking for.
as you say that, he takes a glance over at Tyrum, who he has just now noticed is in existence, and quickly goes to not listening to you anymore, Luna. He runs over to Tyrum. My land! the bloody hell have you been doing in this armor? He starts like touching all over your body, Tyrum, inspecting the dings, the scratches from Raitu's claws, just the sheer battery of hammer and club, Minotaur horn, all of it. He's looking at all the absorbed damage, the scorch marks from the fucking dragon. Why have you forsaken this poor piece of material through such dark times? Hit it. Hey, if I was the maker of these parts, I'd be rolling in my grave. Let me tell you, you kept terrible care of it. What the hell?
It's not much time to treat the armor right.
Quickly, hand it here. Kate, you said Kate said you give it here. Oh, that fucker, anyways. Hand up your armor. I'll clean it up for you and polish it off, all that good stuff. I'll just give it back. Is that what you want? Fix your armor? Just give it here.
Amongst other things, yeah.
Other things like what?
We're looking for possibly some new armaments or a weapon or two.
Go look around then. Now that all of the smoke has really cleared out of the shop, you can see it pretty clearly. The outside looks busted up, but inside are some of the most well-crafted weapons and armor you've ever seen. Some of which have some signatures on them that some of you might know. One of you is Tyrum, and you might know the silver. You ever heard of the Silverbeards? You see a couple of their swords kind of plastered on the wall in nice holdings.
Luna walks over and closes the door.
What are you looking around for, huh?
Tyrum looks at the Silverbeard swords. You distributor for the Silverbeards?
Oh, of course. I'm the only one in Deadend that gets anything from the rest of the continent. Silverbeards couldn't wait to get a chance at marketing down here in Deadend. Do you know how hard it is to get materials around these parts with the Lich King closing off borders? I make a killing off of the imports, let me tell you. If my brother Gat was still here, I swear we'd be running this town out of there all blacksmiths. But, oh, excuse me. Yeah. I'm one of the few exports. It's actually your friend Kade that hooked me up with a buyer from Armorfeld.
Do you guys by chance modify armor?
It depends on what you mean. Also, is it metal armor? Because I don't do leather.
I mean, it is leather armor, but I was hoping you could lace chainmail over top of it.
Let me see the armor. I might be able to weave something in there. You know, a craftsman of such as my caliber can take on pretty challenging projects. What do you got? Let me see it.
He takes off, Luna takes off his turtle vest and hands it over to him.
He puts his goggles back on, but then you notice that one of the goggle sides starts glowing. Two small light circles appear over his right eye as they seem to like zoom in and out. Yes. Do you want to lace this with chainmail?
Yes.
On the outside. Do you want any on the inside? It'd probably be easier to weave together.
No, I'm thinking more on the outside.
All right, then. Is this it? Is it for you two?
I'm also
Tyrum,
looking
have
for
you
a shield
taken?
too.
Uh,
Also, check your
Shield.
messages.
I saw a shield, huh? And you, Tyrum, have you given him any armor for him to start smithing, or are you still like fully armored?
I guess Tyrum had taken off his armor and isn't just like his undergarments, not underwear, but like his shirt
His regular
and
clothes.
yeah.
All right. Well, Elf, whatever you want. They all have pretty fair prices. You see something you like, you bring it up to the front. He takes the armor from you, Luna, and he kind of scrapes together all your armor, Tyrum, and he goes and puts it back by that furnace he was hammering away at. And he looks at the both of you. All right. Well, I need at least a day to make quick work of your regular stuff, repairs and such. Maybe with some minor improvements. But I'll let you know what my trusty little heart comes up with. The chainmail shouldn't be as hard, but it's going to be pricey. Custom jobs and all.
How
Pricey.
much we talking?
Well, Elf, for your armor repairs, I'd like a single gold, and you for the chain mail infusion, it's gonna cost you two.
Sounds good. How much
He
for a
looks at you.
shield
He looks
too?
at you, kind of
Actually,
dumbfounded. Actually, all right. Hey, now, did I say two? I mean, it might take me three.
no, I think two sounds good.
He rolls his eyes. And the shield. He points to his wall of weapons. You see swords and lances. You see halberds and great weapons of all caliber. And then you see an assortment of well crafted, fine and refined shield.
How much for the yeah, are any of these shields plus one?
Oh, well, you see, if you look over at the wall over there, we got some custom imports from the Silverbeards. We got a handful of plus ones if you're willing to pay the gold, but they come on the pricier side of things.
What is shoot? When you say plus one, does that mean what?
So shields give you a bump to your AC, and then upgraded shields give you additional bonuses. So if a shield gives you a plus one to your AC, a plus one shield will give you two. That sort of thing.
Oh, okay, interesting. Okay.
But yeah, the Silverbeard shields probably the nicest we got in stock right now. They come in at plus one, but like I said, they come on the pricier side of things.
What
How much does a
yeah,
shield one of
how
those
much?
cost?
Oh well, I think probably 25 golds per shield.
I'm starting to think Michaelo got ripped off.
Do
No,
you think that?
I'm gonna be honest. Normal people don't have this much gold.
Do you think that I might be able to get a deal on the infusion of the leather armor and a shield as well, and
Nope,
potentially
custom.
maybe a
Nope.
dagger?
No, custom job is custom job. You want the shield, it comes separate. And what's this about a dagger then?
How about a shield and a dagger?
No chainmail?
No, 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 no. I'm just saying, the custom job is a custom job, you know. But the shield and the dagger could be sent,
I
right?
don't do deals. You come to my shop for quality, I come to get paid. You buy it or you leave.
Sounds good. Sounds good.
He takes a
So how about a
swig.
dagger
He
then?
takes a swig of some ale. If your passive perceptions are above 12, you see it says Deadend's Deadend. He gives you a little stutter. It's, that stuff always has a good kick to it, eh?
Tyrum looks around the weapons, uh looking for a new spear.
You come to a wall of spears. Some coming in as regular basic wooden spears with metal heads, but some look finely crafted, very well worksmith with engravings of steel and just beautiful craftsmanship. You a spear guy, eh? I didn't picture you for a stick and poke type, but I guess you can't judge them all.
I lost mine in a recent battle.
Oh, well, I love
Part of
battle sword.
a spear is part of a warrior's a guardian's armor set. I feel naked
I
without one.
I agree. I've seen plenty of warriors come in and die because of underpreparedness. It's always good to have a backup, I'd say. What took your spear from me last time, mate?
Big wolf.
How big? I mean, to take a spear, he'd have to be gigantic.
40 feet tall.
His jaw drops. Oh, what'd you say this wolf was?
I'm
Just
pretty
a
sure.
regular wolf?
I'm pretty sure it was a lycanthrope wolf.
His eyes just pop out of the guy. Like his eyes punch through the goggles glass lenses. Are you telling me you two fought a 40-foot fucking werewolf and got out alive? How'd you lose your spear? What happened here? You expect me to believe that?
He stabbed it in the balls.
You, you, he like stumbles back and falls on his ass. He pats around beside him looking for the bottle. You stabbed the giant werewolf. in his testicles.
Yeah, you ever heard of a neutering?
Luna turns and walks towards the wall of shields.
The black Gaddit gets up and walks over to you, Tyrum, and he whispers in your ear, I'll take 2 gold off of whatever spear you like. All right, Don. Just keep your spear tips away from my testes. You feel me?
Tyrum pulls out the serrated shield again. How much you willing to give me for this?
He quickly inspects it. Well, I mean, the middle portions of the shield mean nothing. They're just busted up wood parts covered with cheap steel. But if I smelt down the edges, I could probably make a good mithril dagger out of it. Some good material for the edge you got here. I uh I think uh I'd give you 2 gold for it.
Tyrum Tyrum shrugs and then he hands the shield over to him.
Yeah, pleasure doing business with you then. He flicks 2 gold coins at your hands.
What's it called? Tyrum picks up one of the nice looking spears. So how much you said for this one?
Then you just give me 15 gold for the +1 spear. We'll call it even. Also, the durability's been reinforced, so it shouldn't go breaking anytime soon.
Hey, so you
All
said
right,
you
so
could make
15 for the +1 spear, 20 for the +1 shield. Uh, one last thing, and then I'll be on my way, blacksmith.
Don't forget your repair costs as well.
Yeah, how much was the repair cost?
3 gold for all your armor set to be banged out of all dents and bruises. You want to
A little
polish
bit
it?
of
It's 5 gold.
refurbishing.
Yes, yeah. The little polishing comes an extra price of 2 gold, so 5 gold total for a complete
All right.
wash and rinse.
You got a battle axe.
Oh, I got a battle axe. He starts laughing. Oh, I have a fucking battle axe. He looks at you, Luna. This guy comes into a blacksmith and asks me if do I have a battle axe? He walks over to his wall of shields and he like slides it like a whiteboard and it slides out of the way. Behind it is the most beautiful collection of axes you've ever seen. I mean, like the works of the blades come all the way up to like Kratos level axe metalwork. They're fine pieces of work with beautiful red wood or black stone handles.
Well, the Blackstone handle one looks quite pretty.
Ah, a man of class, I see. You got a good eye for these things, kid. I'll tell you what. You give me 10 extra gold on top of everything you paid, and I'll throw in the X. You strike a fancy part of my heart, stabbing werewolves in the balls and such. I think I like you.
Luna's looking over and witnessing all of this with his jaw slightly dropped open, like, what the fuck?
Tyrum has a really high charisma.
Tyrum sets 60 gold down on the table.
Gaddit looks fucking ecstatic. He's drooling. He quickly swipes all your gold, he like shakes it around in his hand. He takes 1 gold coin and bites it. Oh, fuck the hell, yes. He looks at you both. All right, you. What? Fuck all. What did you say your name was? He's pointing at you, Luna.
I don't think I did say what my name was.
That's why he's asking you.
I know, that's what he just said.
Well, fuck all. What is it? Well, that's what I'm asking you.
It's Luna.
Luna, hurry up. What do you want? I have stops to make for this man's work. Clearly, he is a good patron, and I need to get his stuff done fast.
I was wondering if you could make that mithril dagger out of that shield he just sold you.
You gonna pay for it?
Of
He gave
course.
me the materials, so I guess
How
if he
much
gives
is
me
it
your
gonna
blessing.
cost?
To make a mithril dagger, it's gonna cost you 7 gold. But seeing as he gave in, well, no, fuck you. I already paid for the shield. Yes, 7 gold.
I'll take it. And
Holds his hand out.
Luna reaches into his coin pouch and drops 7 gold into his hand.
All right then.
Oh, and how
Anything
much did you
else?
say it was for the custom? It was
The custom 2 gold.
2 gold. Pulls out 2 gold from my coin pouch and drops it into his hand.
Pleasure doing business with you lads.
Luna
Oh,
walks
oh.
back over to the shield rack and inspects it.
Gadded is like drooling. All right. If there's nothing else, I'm gonna need both of you to leave my shop. I gotta go out for some materials. For some materials, yeah. So if that is all I can help you with, please walk out with me. I like
No,
you
no, I
guys.
need to find one more shield. I need to find a
Uh,
shield before I leave
he,
here.
his arms drop as he lets out the deepest sigh of his life. Fine, fine. What are you looking for?
You said that all the. How many other shields are there besides these plus ones that you have?
There's a wall of shields. The bottom row being regular old shields. You've got wooden and steel. You got a couple mixed in plus ones. And the peak being at the top of the list, there is a +2 mithril shield rated at 500 gold.
Fucking hell.
Wow, that thing is a beauty.
Probably the finest bit of craftsman's work we got in this joint. But you know what? No one ever comes and buys it, so it's more like a wall decoration if you ask me. But it does make me feel good knowing I got such a fine piece of craftsmanship in this place. Me and my brother Gat, we were still together, we'd probably build something that nice, but too bad that old coot done moved off somewhere. No worries then.
And how
What
much
are
did
you
you
looking for?
say the plus one shield was?
You, 20 gold.
I'll take it. He
He holds
drops
out his
out. He drops 20 gold into his hand.
Gadded is fucking drooling at the amount of gold intake in his dusty ass store for the first time. He gives you a hug, Tyrum. You know what? You guys tell Kate I owe him another favor, and he goes running out of the store. Close the door on your way out. As he holds the door open.
Luna walks out, shield in hand.
Gives you all your material. And and another thing, I need. He starts counting on his fingers. He counts on his fingers again, and then you see him count on his fingers one more time. All right. I got some runs to make. Runs included. I'm gonna need just under 8 hours or so to get all your custom jobs done.
Cool.
All right.
Then I'm off with it. He locks up his shop and starts hauling ass. This is the only dwarf in Deadend, really. And you just see his little ass fucking basically chest to snow top as he tries to, for the first time, leave his shop that hasn't been shoveled because he hasn't been out in a while. The skeletons have not helped him yet because he's so far on the outskirts. He's like trudging through the snow, his beard kind of dragging behind him, catching all the snow particles. So I'll see you guys in a little bit then, as he disappears over the snowy horizon that he's walking back towards town.
Where do you? You know what? I should have asked him if he knew where an herbal shop was.
I'm sure we can ask a local about that. I mean,
What do we see around us now that we're stepping back out of this shop?
You're really on the outskirts. There's a little field of snow between you and like the what feels like the rest of the city, and then you're just back into the city, the thick of it. You're
All right.
really
Well,
not far from the heart of like where you were.
let's head back to the market and ask someone around there.
Michaelo, roll me a perception.
Natural 20.
You see Luna and Tyrum coming out of the blacksmith shop as they start walking back towards the city. They look a little far out of town, but you can see them.
Start heading over.
As you two finally make it back into what feels like the rest of the city, you see Michaelo who greets you both at the at the walkway, right where the stone streets in.
Was your mission successful?
Yeah, they cost me like 20 gold to send that fucking letter out. Can you believe that shit?
Sounds like a ripoff, if you ask me.
That's what I
Mail
thought.
is pretty dangerous these days.
And there was this little snot-nosed kid. He stole 5 gold from me. Dude, crazy.
You know, I almost got pickpocketed one time.
Once.
Yeah.
I gotta go talk to Kate about something.
Side note, Josh, that once was a voice in your head. So you responded out loud to something you just heard.
What was that, Luna?
Huh? What? You guys didn't hear that? Wait, that wasn't you guys?
Hear what?
What are you talking about?
Nothing. Don't worry about it. Let's keep moving. Luna kind of walks ahead, walking back towards the market, center of the market.
Michaelo does. I'll see you guys in a bit. I'm gonna go in here. This blacksmith shop.
The one that they're walking away from?
Yeah.
Hey, don't bother. He left shop,
Yeah, shop's closed up.
or at least for the day.
He's already in. He's already in there.
You're not. The door was closed, unless you're breaking in.
Mm,
Michaelo, you get to this blacksmith shop, and the door is locked.
Luna continues on.
You guys
You
just
coming,
leave Michaelo
Tyrum?
to his fucking devices.
Michaelo's gonna wait.
Okay.
I hope
He
Yeah,
said he won't be back for another 9 hours.
Michaelo's gonna wait.
Oh,
I hope the turtle doesn't freeze. Oh well.
I hope he does.
Continues on.
Do.
Continues on. Will we get into town? The market now.
Tyrum, you said you were looking for Kade?
Yeah.
So,
Are you still walking with me, or did you separate?
Yeah.
I guess for now I'm walking with you.
Alright.
Well, while you two enter back into the city, Ceras, you are following Fang, and you are fucking flabbergasted. You are stumbling through. You feel amazing right now.
Fang, let's go talk to the Lich King right now. I'm trying to sell things. We'll go to the Lich King. We'll talk to him. He seems like a nice guy.
Some of the locals are laughing at you, Ceras. They can see that you're fucking wasted. They think you're adorable, though.
Bust out laughing. It's not a good idea to go sing the lip kick right now, Ceras.
No, but it's so fun. I want to see the castle. It could be cool.
Fang, you'd know that legend has it the king isn't actually in the castle often. He's only in there for like royal meetings and stuff, but usually he's somewhere about in the city.
Ceras, honestly, you'd have more luck running into him in the city than you would at the castle.
For real? Let's go find him right now!
Well, did you want to go to the magic shop, or did you want
Oh,
to go...
yes, the magic shop. Yeah, let's stop at the magic shop, and then let's go find the Lich King.
Oh boy. This is exciting. Okay. Um Fang, you are a local in this town. You know that there's pretty good mom and pop magic shops around, but before you embarked on your journey, there were talks of a new shop opening up with being run by a mysterious beast man and a bunch of kids, but it is said to have some of the most exquisite magical items on this side of the continent. Even the Lich King himself has come down and said how much he quite enjoys the quality of these products. But like I said, you know a bunch of mom and pop shops that would be probably a little more near and dear to your heart. But you also don't know, sir, so you can decide where you want to take her.
Fang,
Heal up. Oh,
Fang is gonna take her to the newer one.
well, before strapping. Um, yeah. You walk halfway through the city. It takes you probably 10 minutes to get to from where you were at the bottom. Um, and then you see Ceres. You see two poorly dressed human children, kind of like rags, kind of greasy looking, but they're spinning signs saying magical items, magical items. They both don't look to be saying a whole lot, but they keep twirling the signs and then stopping to point only at the doorway. Also, it's like a shabby ass hut.
Uh, sirs, sirs, like, oh, they, thing. Look at those children. They are so good at spinning those signs. Yes. Let's go inside and provide them some patronage. They look like they could use some of those shoes.
Fang nods his head and heads inside.
The moment you both enter this place, it is a giant store. I mean, like, it looks like it's at least two on the inside, it's like 2 city blocks big. You see different shelves full of different potions. You see a section for magical scroll engravement. You also see a small religious section in the back. And the moment you two walk in, you see a very, very large, on top of, among like a bunch of kids that are running around upkeeping the shop, you see a bunch of random orphan children putting, stocking shelves, running registers, keeping clean. There's no one dead in here. It's all kid run. But yeah, there is one giant blue scaled dragonborn with a large longsword at his side and a shield strapped to his back. He's carrying around boxes, and the moment you enter, he comes walking past you. He pays you no
Oh,
notice as he's huffing the boxes around.
is there anyone at the front? Like, is there a desk in the front where, like, somebody
Yes,
would be?
directly across from the door, there is a beast man in really nice robes with multicolored eyes sitting down, and he seems to be reading. Also,
Um,
Saris, you're drunk. Are you like drunkenly writing all of this?
yeah, it's very
Uh,
disjointed.
oh yes.
Fang begins to look for material.
Fang, you go on. You wander off, leaving Ceres to her own devices to look and shop around. You notice a couple kids are cleaning up and stocking shelves, but one of the little elven kids walks up to you and he, "How are you, Mister? What are you looking for? We can help you. Whatever it is you need." Uh,
Fang looks at the child. I was looking to see if you had any gilded skulls in shop.
Gilded what? Can you say it again? Well, A's don't work as good as they used to. You actually notice that this one elf kid only has one ear. The other one seems to be passionate.
Fuck. A gilded skull.
Oh, yeah, yes. Right this way. And then he escorts you to the far side of the shop. Ceres.
Ceres um taps Bucket onward as she's kind of like looking around the shop in wonder as she Bucket clanks up to the front desk as Ceres is kind of just standing on top of him and is kind of like um standing probably head height with the sitting man on the other side of the desk.
On the opposite side from you, there is a white-furred wolf beastman with multicolored eyes and very nice red robes. If you give me just a second, I will send you the NPC picture.
What is the name of this place?
Um, this place is called Orphanage. This place is called Orphan Escapes Magic Shop.
Excellent.
And this is the gentleman. This is the gentleman sitting across from you. He's got beautiful multicolored eyes, one blue, one orangish red, kind of a scarlet. He's got the really nice robe on, but you don't see like the staff or any of the symbols.
He's got the homophobia.
He's got the
He's got the
homophobia.
homophobia. Um,
And as you
Sarah,
approach, the nice beast man leans over and he taps the table, and then he writes on a board next to him. What can I do for you?
Ceres has a big grin on her face when he just automatically just went and wrote this down for her. She goes, "You're so kind. Thank you so much. Oh, this shop it looks so wonderful, and all the cute little orphans running around, and you're teaching them how to run shop. Oh, it's so great."
He smiles at you and then he writes on the board. That's correct. Saved these orphans myself, giving them a new life here in Deadend. We're trying to start something great. What can we help you with today?
Well, maybe, and she's writing that on the board like,
uh,
she's like, oh, some magical ingredients, maybe, and I
as
don't
he
know.
as he's watching you struggling to write, he writes on the board. Sign? Question mark?
Ceres like claps her hands and gets really excited and then starts signing to him, but her, very sluggish in her like signs. So even
Side
her
note, what's
signs
your
are being
real quick,
wrong.
what's your passive perception real quick?
10.
Okay. Cool, keep that in mind. All right. You sloppily sign at this gentleman, and he kindly and wholeheartedly signs back. It feels as if he's been doing this his whole life. Um, he points around and signs like magical ingredients for wizard spells. Are you an alchemist? What manner of magic do you need help in?
Uh, Ceres, I'm so glad you asked. And she like whips out the cannon and slams it on the desk in front of him.
He quickly puts his hands up and then he like makes sure that he kind of cocks it so it's not pointing at him. And he puts both hands on it in like a whoa, whoa, pump the brake kind of motion, and he signs at you. Easy with that thing. There are kids around.
Oh, of course, the beautiful children, of course. I forgot. I was so excited to show you my artificery. Um,
Ceres, as you go in laughing into that last sentence, you feel the intoxication just disappear. It's like your mind becomes openly clear. You have a moment of like post-conscious reflection on yourself. It's like post-nut clarity, and then you're back to normal.
Ceres's eyes widen for a second. Excuse, like the signing is like perfectly rigid. Excuse my excitement. And then and she kind of like um she puts it back in her cloak. Um and goes. She like looks at him and goes. They've got some pretty strong stuff here, but it seems to wear off quite quickly.
Still signs that you drank the dead end, did you?
That I did.
Yeah, he's like, I don't touch this stuff myself. It's a bit too strong for the taste of a man such as myself. But these ingredients, did you have anything in mind? As he gets up from behind the desk and he kind of signals over one of the kids to walk with him, and he begins leading you around the shop. Before,
Yeah.
oh, good, not good.
Why, yes, I will need, let us see. I will need some. Mm. I am running out of pieces for this. If you have any, like, scrap mirrors that I can break and take with me or anything like that. Let's see, what else? Oh no, that's fine. She's like looking through her little list that she has together. Um
Does he start signing? Does it have to be a mirror, or can it just be shattered glass?
No, it can be shattered glass. That is fine.
The
Something you don't really want. I'll give you a silver for it, just for a convenience sake.
he puts out his hands, no worries, and he calls the Dragonborn over. He writes on the board, Servia, would you be so kind? Whoa, that echo was crazy. Servia, would you be so kind as to go break up a couple of the looking orbs? It seems our friend here just needs a couple of cheap supplies. And the Dragonborn lets off a slight, like, strong sniff out of his nose, and I suppose I can do that as he walks towards the back.
Mm. And now for the more expensive pieces I will be needing. Um, I need I need 10 chips of mica. A single stone of mica, if you wouldn't mind. I can break it myself. And I will also need a large supply of lodestones.
He eyes you. Lodestones? Question mark. Why? He starts signing. Why would such a small gnome like yourself need a bunch of lodestones? What did you
Well,
say your name was?
I am Ceras. Sorry for my rudeness before. And what is yours?
Nice to meet you, Ceres. I'm Zill.
Zil. Very nice to meet you, Zil. And
He like
she
reaches his
extends
hand out
her.
to shake your hand.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, we're little deaf buddies making friends. I love you, buddies.
Um, but yeah,
Deaf
and
buddies.
then she says, "Well, the lodestones would be for a spell. It is not the most convenient or cheap spell, but a quick mending at the right time will help immensely."
He guides you to this far side of the shop where Fang and the orphan are, and he points to a barrel, like a glass barrel of lodestones. It's only see through. It's not open.
Very
He
good.
signs at you. How many would you need?
I will need about 10.
Uh, you see Zilla turn around. There's a small flash of magic as the barrel opens up, and he hands you 10 lodestones. And how would you like to pay for that?
In cash.
Okay, good. Fang, at the same moment, the young orphan elf hands you a very nice, pristine, like engraved skull. It's like probably the strongest bone structure you've ever seen, laced with gold and gems across the top of the skull.
Fang inspects the skull. Yes, this should do nicely.
And Zill signs it to both of you. So will you be paying together or separate? These kids got to eat.
Fang, Fang looks over separately. How much for the skull?
Um, he starts writing on his board. 35 gold? Question mark.
Fang hands over 35 gold.
Zill smiles, and then he gives the 35 goals to one of the working kids who run it back to a back room. And you, young Miss Ceres, the lodestones. Matter of fact, how much is a lodestone before I
They're quite
fucking
expensive, I'm pretty sure.
I re yeah. Oh, good lord.
Yeah.
um, you see Zill start like clocking a little bit, and then he looks up at you. Um, he signs 150 gold coins per stone. So, would you like to pay for all of
Ceres
this up
looks
front?
Ceres looks at him and goes, I don't know about 150 per stone. I could perhaps deal you down. I am short on cash. I can pay 60 for one lodestone.
And still, Zill like signs that you still want 10 for 60 per
No,
stone?
I'm not going to. I'm not going to rob you of the amazing shop you're putting get together here. I cannot afford the large amount of stone that you have. I shall take one for 60.
Zill stops for a moment. And then he signs at you. You know, us mute guys got to stick together. He hands you 2 stones for 60 gold.
Hmm. Sh- thank you very much. And pays him the 60.
Um,
Um,
as you pay him the 60 gold, roll me a perception.
all right. Let's see. Let me get a good one in there. All right, that's a 13 on the die plus perception. Oh yeah, I have a plus 0 to perception. Yeah, that's 13.
Okay.
Wait. Do I have any features or traits that can fucking help me here?
Do you need
Uh,
to as well?
mm, Whenever you or another creature you can see within 30 feet makes an ability check, you can use your reaction to add +3 to the roll. I'm going to Flash of Genius it. So that's a 16.
Well, Zil turns around to escort you back to the front where he would like to, finalize your sale. And just through sheer genius, you happen to notice that through the fluttering of his robe, on his lower back, you see burned into his side is Tyrum's holy symbol. It looks like a burn scar, but it flashes just for a moment, and it looks painful. It looks
Mm.
it looks um it looks well scarred.
Ceres kind of stops for a moment and pats him like very like a little more than gently, but just like grabs him on the shoulder.
Zil is a lot tall. Are you still walking around on bucket?
Yeah,
Oh, okay,
I
yeah.
guess I still wouldn't be tall enough. I guess it would be on his bicep or something.
Zil stops at the grab and looks down and signs. Yes, can I help you? Is everything okay?
Uh, Ceres looks at him and goes, I happen to notice this might be a bit personal, but I am involved with some people who might be interested. Um,
Zil
how
quickly jerks his arm back, interested in what he signs at you.
how did you acquire that scar on yourself?
Zill's eyes get really big. It- who? He starts like just looking really worried, and then he
I'm
signs
with
at you. He signs at you. Who did you say you were with?
I'm with a knight of the order uh, of of Kydros. They are being hunted by the followers of those who have taken over their church.
Before you can even like finish signing that, he runs back to the barrel of lodestone. He reaches in and grabs one, and then he runs to you and gives you all of your gold back and 3 lodestones. And then he calls Vio. He like taps his board really loud to get everyone's attention, and then he signals for Vio to come over. And then he starts signing frantically at you. Ceres, you seem like a nice girl, but I need you to leave now.
Uh, Ceres nods and
He signs
exits
he he
promptly.
as you exit, you notice him signing one last thing at you. It says "Hunted Indeed." And
Okay.
as the Dragonborn escorts you out,
Uh,
Vio leans over, and as he walks you all both to the door, he seems to have been in quite the mix up. I found him on the Isles of Orcs with all his kids. He probably wouldn't have made it through whatever it is he was running from. But I suppose asking those questions were a bit much for him. Zill's Zill's a decent individual, quiet. He looks after the kids, but he comes from something I do not know. And then Vio stands up, takes a deep breath, and he just says, "But nonetheless, I'm taking up responsibility looking after these kids until they figure out where they're gonna go. I
may
usually
I
send them
ask?
to Armor Failed, but
May I ask you a question, Theo?
well, of course.
Uh,
Also,
is
I don't know if I described it, but you can tell that this Dragonborn has seen some battle. Scars. He doesn't wear a whole lot of upper body armor, but you can see that his scales have seen a great battle.
Well, he's got power emanating from his very core.
He is thrown.
um, she looks at him and goes, "Is is my partner in danger here?
Um,
The one who worships who worships Kydros." Well, it's in the south. That's where he went. I don't
hey
know.
guys, what are we talking
Oh,
about?
hello. Nothing.
He's in the south. Is that what we're talking about?
Yeah.
I feel like Jay
Stuff and
doesn't like it.
things.
Stuff and things. Huh. Sorry.
But
Yeah.
is Tyrum in danger?
Is Tyrum in danger? Uh, I don't believe anybody would come dead end looking to cause trouble. Nobody wants problems with the Lich King. We ended up here magically by mistake, but it seems to be more of a blessing. I'm sure your friend will be fine in these parts.
Thank you, Vio. And she nods at him and walks down the street. We never established where we were gonna meet up.
No,
So
you
you
didn't.
know what? I think Ceres is just gonna look at Fang and be like, "Hey, come on, Fang,
Huh?
let's let's go to the bar. They'll probably end
Well,
up there."
I feel like while Luna and Tyrum might not have any idea where to go, theirs has been to dead end once or twice with Cade.
Yeah.
I think if Sarah's really tried to remember her history and roll well with that, she might remember a spot or two he's taken her
Let's
to
see.
to broker information or meet up for
That's a
deals.
7, so I'm gonna use a luck point. That's a 7 again. I'm gonna use another fucking luck point.
Seven,
That's a,
seven, seven. Let's
that's
go!
a,
That'd be crazy.
that's a 14 plus 6.
Number of completion.
Huh. Um, Sarah's, you remember Cade usually works in and out of bars. It's usually the most like rambunctious and social he ever really gets. So though you don't think you don't remember him being in the bar that Fang took you into. He might be in one or two of the other ones.
Yeah.
There's a couple famous ones around town that you might want to try.
Yeah, Ceres is gonna go to bars with Fang, and that's pretty much it. I,
Bar hopping.
yeah,
Y'all going back to the Broken Fang first to get another shot.
probably, but I think everyone's ready to kind of call it a night.
Yeah.
Well, Rosebud Thorn, then, gentlemen.
I'll go first. I like the fact that Luna's actions were recognized as suicidal, and I also like the fact that Luna's getting a chance to armor up. So I'm happy about that. But I'm looking forward to seeing what this dwarf is going to be doing for Tyrum, because Tyrum has seems to be on his good side. So that's something that's bueno for the party. Um, I'm looking forward to seeing how we're going to find each other and are they have any thorns.
Hell yeah. Ryan, you want to go next?
Sure. I don't have any thorns. Rose to that opening, that was crazy. Fucking dragons and shit falling out of the sky. Bud to waiting for the blacksmith. Seeing what Deadend has for Michaelo.
You know, I saw all of this playing out differently for him, but I really love that this is how it is for him.
Listen, we have not been to a town with a blacksmith in a while, so Michael is definitely
just
gonna
love
wait there.
I just love that he's committing to the wait instead of staying with the party. I think that's my favorite part. He's like, nah, I know this is a blacksmith, and I'm not leaving until I get service.
Yes, it's exactly what's happening. He will
Ah,
wait
I
9
love
hours.
it. Aggressively autistic.
Um, Rose to um have everybody here and making it for the session. Big rose to that, guys.
Yeah, it's been a little bit.
Hmm. Rose to Gadget the blacksmith. He's a little weird, a little quirky.
You should meet his brother.
Yeah.
Let's see. What else? What else? What else? Rose to Ceras, kind of bossing up a little bit. Bud to this Zill character. Bud to Rose to Vio showing up. I was saying before you pulled back up, I wasn't expecting it to be this early or over here, but seeing Vio's pretty cool. But yeah, Bud to see what comes of the party reconvening and what's said and what's not said. Kind of interesting that Ceras blew Tyrum's cover. 100%. No thorns. No thorns.
She didn't say him by name, but yeah.
No, but she did say I have a
Somebody's in
friend.
here.
Yeah.
Somebody's
Her
here
work.
and I'm hanging out with them.
Hey, somebody from the Kydros Church is my friend. Oh boy, this is gonna be great.
Um, Rose to actually being in the campaign.
Welcome, brother Damien, falling right into our lap. Literally.
It's good being able to be in D&D again. Big Rose to the introduction into the party. It was interesting to say the least. Bud to seeing how the party is going to manage to find each other.
Yeah, I love that you guys just do shit.
Yeah. Bud to see where this takes us, where Deadend takes us. I think my only thorn is the fact that Cade quite literally picked up Fang like a child and just held him in the air.
Again, when we established that he was still only 14, I was like, yeah. This delinquent isn't gonna out delinquent my delinquent, you know?
That's kind of funny. They had a child fighting in the gladiatorial ring. That's crazy.
Oh yeah, no, Dusty Coins don't give a shit.
Yeah.
The fact that a child was passed out, blackout drunk in the middle of the street is also
That
crazy
that
too.
city gives no fucks about your life or your happenings. As long as you
Oh my
bring money
goodness.
in, they don't care. You quite literally can get away with murder at Dusty Coins. Ah, and that leaves all but Ceres.
Big Rose, love seeing Damien in here. Fucking awesome having you in here, Damien.
Thank
Um,
you. Great
I'm
being
I'm
back.
I'm interested. I'm interested in Fang, especially all the. Yeah, I'm just gonna come here and talk to my sister and metagaming, but I'm trying to figure out what the fuck you took from that place. Uh, um, uh, Rose for a snowball fight. Rose for VO cameo. Uh, no thorns. Bud for next session. Um, there's a lot of stuff I'm pretty excited for. A lot of shopping to do. Money to be made. Selling of Ceras' wares to be done.
Side note, Simon.
Mm,
You guys know Simon will be guest DMing upcoming, so I figured once we get out of this little like dead end arc, you'll take over for a guest session.
mm.
Uh,
Word.
yeah. Rose to the lore that I got to like just fucking drop everywhere. From the dragons not liking each other to describing Dead End being on top of a fucking man-made mountain. Just down to everything. Gat's brother, Gaddit was fun. Rose to my campaign one character cameo. I wasn't sure where to drop him in, but I just had the sudden idea that and I kind of had a feeling Ceres would want to go somewhere, and it just fit really well for what I wanted to do. So early cameo. Um, yeah, but
Is
Bud to
that
see
the
what happens with this Zill character. I can't wait to see where this information goes, who it touches, and how that affects this party. Um, and yeah, fucking Bud to you guys all just running off. Not a where are we meeting, not a what do we do in this city that you're from and we're not. Just a fuck it, we're out. Which fallacy on Cade's part because he didn't remember either, which is even funnier. Um, my
Ceres is
my
gonna
only
buy more of
thorn,
that stuff.
huh?
Ceres is gonna buy more of that liquor, that
Hell
beer.
yeah, she is. Hell yeah, she is. That Dead End's ale is crazy, strong stuff. But no, yeah. But to seeing the NPCs that you will inevitably meet in this place, and I'm excited. This city has a lot for all of you individually. Um, Thorn, I had a couple stutter fits. Rome was kind of in the background. I don't know if you heard him, but as always, you just feel a little bad when I have to interrupt to be a parent. But I know you guys are understanding, and I love that. So
or are
yeah,
we?
Every time you have to take a break, I make a note.
I
he's
write it
counting
down.
down.
I start timing.
They're gonna equate to your tickles, Ron.
Oh no! Oh no!
That was
No
30 tickles
tickles!
just this go round.
Fuck! Oh fuck! I don't know if I could man through 30 tickles. Yeah. Thorn for fucking up the guard thing. Yeah, I wasn't paying enough attention. I forgot what I was gonna do
I
and
forgot about
yeah,
that. That's funny.
messed up. But yeah, guys, good session, and I'm excited for the next one.
Yeah.
Yay! It was a fun session. Good night.
Yes,
Night.
night.